Hey, you didn't hear a fucking thing I said! Damn it! Hi! Welcome to CharmedPersons. It's not Dimension 20. If you were looking for Dimension 20, great, you found us instead. You're really smart. Fuck! Alright, hey guys, it's a great day. We're having a good time.
I think we're gonna die today.
Zach's gonna take that out on us.
Guys.
This isn't Monster
We can't
Hearts.
go to the orphanage.
This isn't
We can't
Monster
go to
Hearts,
the
but I am
orphanage.
feeling feral.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Hi.
Very serious.
This is our Sunday campaign, okay? Welcome. This coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, we're going to have the next Curse of Strahd session. Last session was crazy. Special guest Adam is returning to horrify
officially.
all of us. So please come join us at 7 p.m. Central this coming Thursday, and then a week from today, back at the new time, where we are right now, noon p.m. Central, for the next campaign 3 Central.
Don't call it out. Just keep going. Don't think about it.
You're doing such a good job, Zach.
No, that's good. Great.
I love that.
And
I've had a long
take
week.
2.
And
Take 2.
Hey everybody, welcome to CharmedPersons. It's not Dimension 20. No, okay, all right. Okay, anyway.
Oh my god.
Thank you for joining us. Let's jump right into this week's session with a recap of last week's. In last week's session, the newly deemed concerned citizens, pause for applause, defended the home of Councilwoman Wildra Stone from her would-be attackers. Upon defeating the attackers, the party interrogated the 2 survivors and discovered that the Baron himself placed the order to kill Wildra Stone. Armed with this knowledge and desperate for resources and next steps, our party went to the abode of Councilman Harbord Trost. The councilman turned out to just be what the party needed. He was able to offer a place to keep the prisoners, as well as providing an inn to the Tournament of Redemption. Turns out the party that was to put on an adventurous display before the tournament had not been seen or heard from after going off to fight a winged devil. So this opening could be filled by the concerned citizens. They would fight a chimera, but upon their victory, Councilman Trost and Councilwoman Stone could help the party reveal the secret horrific dealings of Baron Lucard and the Sealdors. He also informed them of a contact named Warren Knifeeye that the Sealdors had been working with. The party went to confront Warren at the Wandering Minstrel in Leisure Alley and discovered a very observant and eerily confident man that confirmed he was working with the Sealdors and their shipments. The party decided to keep their cards close to their chest and did not confront Warren further. The party then had a brief moment of joy and respite as they counted the day of victory. But upon leaving the establishment, they discovered that Tybalt's bait and tackle had been caught aflame by the Scarlet Cloaks. Downtrodden and disappointed, the party went back to the House of Balance to rest. And that is where we left off. So, it is now the 9th of Garnian, in the year 1611, of the Dawn Age. It is a overcast day, as it usually is in the fall of Darioch. No rain is falling, and it's still bright. There's less gray in the sky. It doesn't seem that a storm or a rain cloud is nearby. The city is abuzz with movement and commotion as the king arrived and made his way to the castle of the Baron through a long procession, pretty much a parade through the streets of Darioch. People are excited. There's an energy in the air in Darioch as the Tournament of Redemption approaches, and as the foothold of Vincent Sealdor and the Bronze begins to cement itself further. Seen more throughout the city streets are these patrols in hastily put together bronze armor. And in a way, the city does feel safer. But there is an air of corruption and darkness that our party is very aware of in this city. You spent most of the day today resting, collecting yourselves. It had been a long last few days, and it is now the evening, almost night, very close so, dusk in Danrek, as you are collected in the main room of the House of Balance, deciding on where exactly to stake out to hopefully stop the next fire by the Scarlet Cloaks.
Here it is.
Three places left.
4 places
4?
left. Muddy Pin, Cleaver Captain, Danrek Repairs, or Larger Than Life Threads.
Do we know if those are like close in proximity?
They're spread throughout the docks, pretty much.
Larger than life threads didn't get burnt down?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, I'll take
But it was directly involved with the child stealing. So,
Could be.
They all are in the dock district.
Yep.
Correct.
Which side?
All throughout. Depends on which one.
I think maybe the best option is to split up, but then how do we signal each other?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I might be able to minor illusion something, but it would have to be...
You can attempt, if you would like, you can attempt an investigation check to see if you can notice any correlation in, like, the order, or if there's been any pattern or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'll do that as well.
Are they going
9.
alphabetically?
9. What'd you get, Rowina?
I'm usually so smart.
Hold on.
My character's
You'd think I would have my dice out after learning this many times.
Wow.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. With a dirty 20, I will say that it's hard to see on a map, so it's understandable that you, the players, wouldn't understand. They literally started at the warehouse B and have just been like making a circle.
Oh, all right.
What's next in the circle?
So it makes
What's
complete,
next?
It makes complete sense that you wouldn't catch that, which is why I randomly brought up the idea.
Yeah.
Larger than life threads would be next.
Oh, all right.
Isn't that where
Great.
Violet works?
It is where she attempted
Where
to
she
work
used to
for a
work.
day before she was.
Oh, before she was stolen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe she went and got it. Do we know where she was sent to?
Nope.
She
She's
just
with
left.
someone safe that that
friend of the
Rowina
family.
knew,
Yeah.
which I assume means
The Scarlet
she's
Cloaks.
involved with the Scarlet Cloaks now.
So here's the conflict, right? We don't want it to burn down, but we know for a fact that they gave a child to slavery.
Correct.
Whoa.
I think it's fine if it burns down. Right? We're not trying to stop it from burning down per se. We're trying to get a Scarlet Cloak.
I would like it not to be
Perhaps,
burned down.
Oh,
perhaps if somebody, if somebody thinks that maybe Emory, if you think Rowina would listen to you, we could just give her a heads up that that's the next place. Although Rowina's not going to catch the Scarlet Cloaks, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't think she cares.
I do think that we should probably make sure that it doesn't burn down so we can maybe get some evidence in there. Because if it burns down, no
True.
paper trail of how they're actually facilitating this trafficking stuff.
And collateral damage, it's really hard to control a fire. Who knows? And the building didn't do anything wrong. Why are we going to burn down a perfectly good building?
That's a good point.
Who?
Go up there now and try to see if we can
Yeah, we may as well.
in and get some stuff before it burns.
Or get in and wait for them to try to burn it down. And we get
Yeah.
them.
Have the burn-ins typically been happening? Well, no, because they've been happening at different times. Because there was one last night, but then the one where Aeliana used to work, that was more in the day, I think.
That was in the middle of the day. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there
and
is
also
no real
the
like,
only establishment that was not in the docks district.
Mm.
we should definitely go there now. And
Yeah.
I think We need to make sure, yes, we should get the evidence, but we need to make sure that the Scarlet Cloaks are caught for doing this. But who would actually catch them and follow through, if not Reyna?
Well, we could
We will
catch them and bring them to trust.
That's true.
add them to the already growing number of prisoners they're gonna bring out.
Yeah.
That's true. All right,
Work.
let's go.
All right. So you make your way through the city of Danrek, and you're already in the Docks District, and you find yourself heading towards the larger-than-life Threads, which is a place that specializes in sail making and also large flags. You approach this area. Even the Docks District, with the induction of the bronze, is a bit more calm than you're normally used to, but still some people kind of moving, drunkenly back to their homes or eagerly waiting a drink at the next bar. And you make your way throughout the city. It's cold, as always, in the Docks District here. There's just like a permanent blanket of very fine mist that you walk through. But you find yourself at larger-than-life Threads. It is now thoroughly, the sun has probably come down at this point. The store, there's lights on inside, but you know the hours of this store to be technically, it's not, there's not really like hours listed, but it's kind of an unspoken thing that like after sundown, stores like this aren't really things.
Oh.
But whatever you would like to do. Sparse
Yeah, there's gonna
movement
be
here and
people
there.
in there.
Like we
yeah.
see sparse movement inside.
Yes, and just out on the street as well. Just letting you know,
Okay.
you're like, you are in public, but it's, you could find moments of privacy and.
I mean, I think I would mostly be looking at outside coming and going, like it's just keeping an eye on anybody getting close to the building.
Yeah.
2 stories, 1 stories, 4 stories.
1 story.
per house.
It's 1 story
10-story.
with like kind of a storefront, and then you can see it kind of. There's like a larger storage and probably actual shop area. Shop is in like
Like workshop area.
workshop, yeah, area in the back, but still all 1 floor.
We should definitely have people posted up in the back because I assume sailcloth is quite flammable. So my
Yeah.
assumption
True.
is they'd probably try to go for the storage area.
If we want to get the information,
Excuse me, sorry.
should we try to do a version of what we did at the orphanage, but do it better this time? Create a distraction, sneak in, or should we wait until we've prevented the fire and then sneak in? I do worry that in the commotion of us stopping a fire, it might give them time to burn or hide evidence.
Right. No, I agree. Do we know how many people are inside? Does anybody know how many people work here? I've never visited.
Can I make an
Shop.
insight check to see
Yeah.
like how many shadows it seems like are sort of walking past window? Like if it seems like a small number or a large number. I know I'm not going to get anything exact.
I mean, from this distance, you can go up to the windows and look, but from like standing further away, who knows if the shadow would be the same shadow multiple
Yeah,
times.
I'll
Like,
sneak up to the window and peek.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would
and-
I, as Emory, have any knowledge of like on a
You'd be
base level?
you'd be super surprised if there was more than 2 or 3 people in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and
I'd be
make
super surprised if there were more than 2 or 3 people in there.
go ahead and make a stealth check, Rowina. Where you're not like actively sneaking, you're just trying not to look obvious as you like look through the
God.
window.
9 with advantage. I got a 9.
You
You
sneak
look
up to the
super
window
obvious.
and you look inside. You see a like middle-aged man behind the counter who's like working on what seems to be like a ledger. There's a woman who's standing in front of the counter, kind of leaning on it, like talking to him with like her head on her fist. And from the back area, you see a young man, like early 20s, come out of the workshop area, kind of talk to the two of them for a second. They like wave their hands, and then he comes out the front door and kind of like sees you standing there, and he looks at you and says, "Oh, good evening. Sorry."
So sorry, I just was wondering if you were still open, and I... sorry.
No, you're fine. They are closing down for the evening, so...
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, have a good night. He just turns and walks away.
Bye.
So there's now only one person left in there?
There's two. There's a middle-aged
Yep.
man and woman who are talking to each other at the counter.
Okay.
Is it Raymond and Deborah?
It's not Raymond and Deborah.
There's two people. It does seem like they're closing, so we could wait for them to leave, or we could create a distraction.
They could live there.
They could live here, yes.
Especially
Maybe...
in the docks district, that's usually what happens.
Yeah.
I'd say
Yes.
not a distraction, because that could deter the Scarlet Cloaks from wanting to do their thing.
Good.
True.
I don't know.
Is there a sewer entrance anywhere nearby?
Oh, what a good idea.
Because I'm just thinking about where are we going to take, if we're able to get a Scarlet Cloak or two and subdue them, where do we take them?
Yeah, I mean, roll a D100 for me.
A D100?
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
That's so
Very
many.
These.
That is 63.
There is one 63 feet away.
Oh,
Six-
that's so
63.
far away,
Yeah.
right?
I would expect
That's not
sewer
bad.
sewer manholes to be around 100 feet apart from each other.
We can run that in 12 seconds almost.
Yeah.
Well, and I can
Danny can
minor
get there.
illusion,
So
like some
actually,
shadows, and like help
Because
hide
of
us
my
and
own
like that.
rules, actually, because of my own rules,
What?
if they're within 100 feet of each other... Oh, wait, no, yeah, because one would be 100 feet away, but yeah.
No, there would be 140, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was just...
feet
Yeah,
away.
okay, so yeah, I was right with my math. So
Yes,
yeah, there's
okay.
137 feet away.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, good. So there's one relatively close by. That's good. We can get there in...
I will say it's on the
A
main
turn and a
street,
half.
though. The sewers in the alleyways are very hard to find. So
Yeah.
this would just be on the main
What if
street.
what if
can
one
shout
of us just goes in, gets
Ties
something?
them up. No.
No. Are we?
No.
I don't know. They're not good
want-
people, right?
No, but
I mean,
But if we tie them up, then if something does happen, they won't be able to get out.
I'm okay.
I mean, what? We're not going to let anything happen. Though.
Yes.
I just think
could
that
be-
I just think that is opening up a whole different
Yeah.
can of worms.
It could be that if we are able to stop their shop from being burned down, we might make them believe that we're on their side as an ally. I mean,
Hmm.
I would be allies with somebody who's stopping my home from being burned down.
One of us could run in and be like, "You got to get out of here,
Yeah.
to safety."
if we're
and
gonna
then
do this
once they
differently, yeah.
leave, then
Actually,
Yes.
poke around.
can anyone turn invisible?
Nope. I thought
That's
about
a
it.
thing someone can do.
No.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that
never
rabbit
mind then.
turned invisible.
What?
Yeah, the rabbit at the tavern.
Right.
He turned
Can
invisible
you-
and disappeared.
Can you misty step through walls?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
I
well,
thought-
it
No
has to
you
be-
can
reason.
see, right?
It has
You
to
have
be
to
a
have
point
a
you can
window.
see. So yeah, through a window.
Yeah, but if I was like peeking through a window, I could like misty step
100%.
inside
Through a
theoretically.
window.
Should have
Not
picked
through a
invisibility,
wall.
you
Through a
guys.
wall.
Darn it! Next time. Next level up. Shit.
I'm just
I
saying
am going to-
it could be like a get out thing, and then someone else gets in there while they're
I could
fleeing.
also, my smoke trick would be convincing, even
True.
if there is no fire, to kind of let that come in
Oh.
and be like,
I
"Oh,
think
there's a
first
fire!"
I could
think
help
first-
with that.
I think first priority should just be post up, keep watch.
Yep.
You said around back. I will go around back.
Sure.
I can come too if you want. We should have more than
Sure.
one person.
Sure. How about that? Me and Aeliana will go
I
around
think-
back.
I do think that if we're going to try to convince them at any point that there is a fire, then maybe Aeliana and I should be together.
I mean, we don't have to convince them if it's
Great.
really happening.
That's true.
That's my vote. Is just wait for the Scarlet Cloaks to do their thing and then swoop in like good old concerned citizens. Hey.
All right. Maybe 2 in the back and 1 on either the other sides.
Sure.
Someone could get on the roof. You could have.
I want to do
also-
that.
Yeah, I would say Emory should get on the roof.
Cool.
2 in the back, 2 in the front, and then we've got full visibility. They wear their cloaks to those things, so they shouldn't be that hard to see.
All right.
Zach, just for the record, I got mage armor. I'm casting mage armor.
Okay,
8
cool.
hours.
Yeah. You see as you all kind of like and break and separate. Rowina, her eyes briefly. There's a transition of black in her eyes, and you see the nearby shadows coalesce on the ground and kind of form up around her, making her dark cloak even darker. And briefly, for a second, you see the shadows form a set of like plate armor around her before just kind of like resting.
I like to imagine they sort of form the armor and then almost like absorb in.
Yeah.
I want one.
Oh,
Cool. You and Aeliana go to the back, Danny. Oliver, you stay with Rowina. Emory, give me a very low DC acrobatics check.
Oh no. It's still a 12.
Yeah, easily enough, you're able to parkour up onto the roof. We'll say, like, as Danny and Aeliana enter the alleyway to get to the back, you do the classic, like, jump from one wall to the next to then
Hell yeah.
climb up onto
My little half cloak goes.
yeah.
that.
And you begin to wait. And you wait for probably close to an hour before I need Aeliana, Danny, and Emory to roll perception checks for me.
Can I have cast something when we went back
Sure.
on
What-
Danny?
Yeah.
I want to do enhance ability on Danny with Owl's Wisdom, so you have advantage on this perception.
Cool.
Like knowing that we need to be watchful.
Nice, thank you.
And she would ask probably permission first. Do you want? Could I try to try something?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Here, and then she like holds out her hand for your hand,
Okay.
and then it's like kind of again that like swooping, swirling, almost like from the palm of her hand onto your top of your hand, almost like a swirly black kind of tendrils, and then it fades away.
As
And then
it
you now have advantage on this.
as it kind of you
Checks.
it goes up onto Danny's hand and then kind of swims around onto the back of your hand, and as it goes down your arm, very briefly for a second down your arm, it forms the silhouette of an owl before kind of
cool.
like absorbing into your skin.
You know, if you wanted to hold hands, you could have just said so.
No, that's not what that was. Just to
Okay.
be clear,
No,
I just
no.
wanted to help you with
No, I get it.
vision.
No, it's fine.
All right, so what are our perception checks? Danny's, yours is at advantage.
It's
Much
dark
better.
outside, right?
It is dark outside. Yeah, it's nighttime.
Cool. 18.
19.
18, 19.
22.
It was supposed to be 20, but okay. It was 18, 19, 20. Never mind.
Oh,
bad joke.
sorry.
So yeah,
It was
all three of you notice, and you notice them before they notice you. 2 dark figures clad in deep red scarlet cloaks, making their way down the alleyway. One's a little bit taller and skinnier, and one's a little bit shorter and more round. As they make their way through the alleyway slowly, not like stealth sneaking, but being very quiet as they head to the back of Larger Than Life Threads.
Don't do anything. Wait for them to make the move.
Okay.
Go ahead and make stealth checks, all three of you, if you're gonna kind of wait and hide.
Soft 20.
14.
14. I'm gonna say yours is at advantage because you're on top of the roof.
Was Danny telling us out loud to not do anything, or was that Michael?
It sounded like he said it out loud.
It would have been. I mean, it would have. Yeah.
Quietly out loud, but yeah.
To at
out loud.
least me, yeah, I don't know if you.
And it's a what? Stealth?
Yes.
Oh my god.
At advantage because you're on the roof.
26.
Okay, yeah, you all feel successfully hidden. Danny ducks behind a crate of barrels. Aeliana just kind of like turns the corner from the corner that they are on. Emory's just like right on the edge of the roof.
Can I send my mage hand? Will this be seen if I do this? We'll have to roll again.
No, I'll say your mage hand can use your stealth check.
I'm sending it out to the front and like making it go for the other two.
Okay, for sure. What's
basically to let them know that they're coming.
What is the? I'm sure that can do that, but what's the like range
30,
on mage hand? Does it say
30 feet?
30 feet. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, you guys see out of the shadows of the alleyway like an inky black hand kind of like wave and then like point to the alleyway. And it looks like the magic you've seen Aeliana cast. As they approach, they come to the back door, and they're both standing there. They whisper briefly to one another, and then they kind of take a step back, and you
I'm
see...
gonna go. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm like holding Danny. I'm like, do we go? Do we go? Do we go?
You see both of them start to do the somatic components of a spell.
I run. I run.
You run. What do you do when you're running?
I don't know. Jump at him.
Oh.
I would have started to try to make my way to the back as soon as I saw the mage.
He's saying to wait, and I can clearly see that they're about to cast a fire spell. So
I thought we were supposed to let them.
No, we're supposed to
So
stop
I run out.
I thought we could let's have them like get the fire started a little bit, and then we'll be like, hey, your building's on fire.
So that we
And
can
then-
get the owners
We're
out.
gonna fake
Oh.
that.
All
So
that
I run
talk and we
out.
still don't have a plan.
So
I don't
maybe
know, I
actually
just
what-
jump on him.
Yeah, sorry, Rowina, sorry. This is happening without, like, you're
Yeah.
not there right now.
No, I know. I was gonna do something at the front.
No, I know, but this is
Yeah.
happening right now at this moment. So, Aeliana, what do?
Oh,
You
man.
run out,
Sorry,
you run
I can't.
towards
Oh
them.
man.
Just jump on him.
You're just gonna jump on the nearest one, okay?
You
So
gotta
we'll say
catch
that.
'em?
Yeah, so we'll say the shorter one
don't
is near
know.
you, and I need
Hilarious.
everybody to roll initiative.
This is hilarious. All that
Sorry.
planning and Aeliana, I run and jump up. I know, I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Did I miss it? Did I
man.
miss? I thought the plan was that we were gonna let them start the fire.
That's what I
I
thought.
thought we were gonna stop them.
I thought we
Okay.
were gonna stop it.
Yes.
Well, this is what we should probably talk about how we communicate then. That'll be our next.
Hey,
our
it's a
next
learning
meeting.
moment.
Lesson
I
learned.
got a natural
Oh
one.
my
Ooh,
God.
okay.
It happens.
Oh, I almost.
I got a 16.
It makes sense though if Emory thought we were letting them start the fire for
Emory.
me to be like, what? That's okay. This is fun.
Got a 15.
I love the chaos. Is there a board?
Nope.
Aha!
A what?
like a
All right, Aeliana, what you got?
Battle man.
15.
Battle map, thank you.
Emory, what you got?
A natural 1 + 5, so 6.
Rowina, what you got?
24. Alert.
Woohoo!
Oliver, what you got?
18.
Danny, what you got?
16.
Oh, bye guys.
All right, so
It's fun.
at the top is the surprise round from Aeliana. So Aeliana, go ahead and roll an athletics check.
No!
The short one is gonna roll an acrobatics check
Why can't I roll acrobatics?
because you can't grapple someone with acrobatics. But they can try to escape.
That's actually not bad.
Okay.
That's a 5.
What?
So they
What?
Nice.
you grapple them. They now you feel them get grappled, and that is you technically have a bonus action if you want to use it.
I'm gonna look back at Danny and I'm gonna go, that's my bardic inspiration. For Danny. So that's a 1d6 added to any ability check, attack roll, or something.
Right.
All right.
Emery
At the
goes,
end of your turn, it's
"What's
going to
going
go
on?"
to the top of the turn order. Rowina, you are at the front of the building. You've seen
Yeah.
the mage hand happen. What do you do?
I've seen the mage hand happen, but there's no way for me to know that Aeliana has grappled this person, right?
No.
So I would like to hold my action until I have seen either smoke or hear commotion out back, to like bang on the door and yell, there's a fire, you have to get out.
Okay, you are not at the front door, so you can move to the front door and then hold your
Yeah,
action.
I'll do
if
that.
That's what you would like to do.
I will do that, yes.
Okay, so you move to the front door, kind of just stand there and hold your action to wait for commotion or smoke to bang on the front door. All right, that is the end of Rowina's turn. It is now the tall cloaked figure. They are going to they're really surprised. They turn to you, Aeliana.
So dumb. I can't believe I did this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this, me too.
Oh, fuck.
You
I
need to
can't
make a
believe you've done this.
dexterity saving throw.
What?
You're good at those.
I am good at this. That's a 21.
21. So you succeed. You take 6 points of fire damage as the tall cloak figure turns, and you hear like a concerned noise, like they don't say any words, but it's like an "oh no," basically. Yeah, and they release the spell that they were going to cast on the building, and fire flies out of their hands and scorches you on the back. Feels like a really bad, really like you have a sunburn and someone just slapped you on the back. Is kind of the sensation that you have. Then they are going to. They don't technically know that other people are around, so they're just gonna like put their hands, and they're not actually, they can't use their actions, so they're not trying to pull you apart, but they're like starting that process. Oliver, make a perception check for me.
Certainly.
DC 15.
I got a 15 on the die, so I think it's like 21.
You see a flash of light from the back of the building that looks like a burst of fire larger than like a candle would or something like that.
I would go and make my way.
Okay, yeah. It takes 30 feet of movement to get to the back of the building. So you get to the back of the building. You're not up on the people yet, but you are right around the corner. And they are just at the back door, which is in the middle of the back of the building. And you see Aeliana holding one and the other trying to pull her apart. And you see there's like a crate and a bag of like grain or something on the ground in the alleyway that is like already starting to like catch a flame.
Oh shit!
And what do you do?
How far away are they from me?
From you, 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet ish.
I
10,
will cast Hold Person on the tall one.
Okay.
The one that's trying to, the one that Aeliana does not. So it's a Wisdom saving throw. DC 14.
DC 14. That's a 14 on the die.
So yeah, nothing happens. That's my action. Bonus action. I will cast. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I guess that's it then. I won't do anything. That's
Okay, all right.
The
You're there
worst
though.
of your
You're ready.
spell
Danny, it's your turn. Aeliana, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out of the shadows, glide on over to the tall guy. All this damage, by the way, I want it to be non-lethal.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna make my attacks, my unarmed
All right.
attacks.
Go one attack at a time.
Yep. So the first one is An 11.
You have a D6 if you want to use it.
Does that miss?
11 does miss.
Then I will use the inspiration.
Okay, it hits.
Oh, great!
It was 12.
Thank you.
Incredible. Yes.
So that's going to be. Please roll well. I fucking hate this D4. 7 points of bludgeoning.
You clock this tall cloaked figure, taller than the other one, not taller than you. Tall cloaked figure right in the jaw. Their hoods are up, and so you're not really able to see much of their faces, either one of them. But you know you connect with the jaw, and they go reeling for a second, kind of off balance. Hit them hard, but they're still standing.
Okay. I'm going to use a key point, do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 2 more attacks. It's another 11, so that first one misses.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Okay, the next one is a little bit better. That's a 14.
14 hits. Roll
Cool.
for damage.
Hey, that's 9. That's max damage.
9. You punch them in the jaw. They kind of go reeling. You try to connect with the right hook, but they just go they go further than you expect them to, and so you miss. But then you just lean back and kick them right in the chest, and they go back like 3 feet and hit the ground unconscious.
Cool.
Nice.
That's pretty much all I can. I'll get back to where like I have the one that Aeliana is grappling just within range of me, so that if he tries to, they try to like bolt, I can at least get a pop in.
Okay, yeah. At this point, Rowina, Oliver running back and like clearly noticing something, I'm gonna count as commotion in the back, and so you start banging on the door. And what do you say?
Yep. Oh God, I've committed to this. I say,
Good.
fire! There's a fire! You have to get out! Hurry!
Okay.
There is actually a fire outside.
All right. That's what you do. That it's still, it's in combat, so they'll react to that. And now it is Aeliana's turn. Emory, you're on deck.
Can a mage hand put out a fire if it like? Oh,
No.
Damn it.
How is that?
What if
How
it
did
waves
go?
really hard? And then
That feeds it.
Oh, I figured I'd
You
ask.
pick up a bucket of water.
So is
Yeah,
there a
Mage
bucket
Hand
of
could pick up a bucket of water for sure.
water? Is there a bucket of water?
No.
Oh
Eh.
man.
Listen, you gotta ask.
For sure.
We are in the docks district.
Roll a d20. If
well,
you get a nat 20, there will be a bucket of water underneath a gutter.
Shit, 9. All right. So she is. Can I use a dagger like to? Again, can I like hit him on the head? Again, I'm not trying to kill him. I don't want
Yeah.
to stab him. Okay.
For sure.
So I've got my arms around their neck, and I think that her legs are like trying to like hold on as well. And she like takes the dagger out and just kind of tries to like bonk him on the head with the handle.
Yeah. Roll for attack.
That's a nat 1.
Nat 1. Yeah. You. I guess
My
you
luck
have.
is
Do you have
bound to
advantage?
run
Would you have it?
I think
yeah.
you have advantage with
Yeah.
grab.
Yeah. You
Oh,
have
hell
advantage
yeah.
because you're grappling.
Okay. That's a 19 plus 5.
That'll
so
hit.
Hell
That
yeah!
does hit.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. And that is gonna be 7 max damage. 7 damage. Non-lethal with the hilt of the dagger.
Yeah, you knock them in the head. You hear a groan of pain, but they are still standing.
Yeah.
Um,
And then that is, I think, what I can do.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. The scarlet cloak that you have on you
Yes.
is going to. Yeah, they're just going to. You need to roll.
Try to get out.
You and Danny both need to roll dexterity saving throws.
Don't they have to get out of the grapple before they can do anything?
Nope.
No.
Grappling does not stop you from being able to cast spells.
That's a 19.
That succeeds.
23.
23. That succeeds. You both take.
A lot of dice. That sounds like a lot of dice.
No, it's fine. Okay, that's
They use the second level. Oh wait, no, that's just sorry. So I'll use the lower of that. So that's 14, half to 7 points of fire damage to both of you. As like Aeliana, you just like in between you two, like flame just kind of erupts, and the side of it hits into Danny as well. You immediately, like, some of your hair is like singeing and smoking. And I mean, how much hit points are you at right now?
Me?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah. Okay. So and you just notice like across your like collarbone, just like a scorch mark. Yeah. All right. That is the end of
She's holding
his turn.
on. Ow! Ow! Ow!
It is now Emory's turn.
Is there any sort of entry to the inside space on the roof, like a hatch or anything?
There's a chimney, but it's too narrow for you to slip through.
Good ask.
What would be the easiest point of entry
from where you are?
My location? Would
Back
it be
door.
Front, back door? And they're fighting at the back door?
Yes.
And now there's Aeliana, Oliver, and Danny all on them. Emory, realizing that he got all the way to the top and was like, what are we doing? Is like, oh, this is the distraction. And I'm going to, if I could, for flavor, like go to the edge of the roof and either just like jump down and then like roll into the window or like the back door or something, just to get inside.
I mean,
like,
you could,
like,
you could, I mean, the window is not on ground level, so you can't like roll into the window, but you can like hang, like you can like hang from the window and swing and kick into the back room.
I want to do that.
Okay, yeah, roll an acrobatics check. Pretty low DC for you. Natural 1.
Yeah. You both in and just.
So you,
but it is a 9.
It
is a 10.
No, it's a natural 1. So you, you like grab the edge of the roof and kind of like swing yourself, and you hold on to the edge of the roof, and it's working so far, and you swing your legs, kick into one of the back windows, but at that point, at the twisting, you slip. And you fall, and your back slams into the windowsill.
No!
You take 3 points of piercing damage as a piece of glass embeds itself in your back as you slam on the windowsill and then land into the warehouse.
Ow! 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 That's worse than
How much movement was that?
15.
Would that have been just like 15? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll use the rest of my 15 feet to pull myself up and be like, damn, that was gonna be so cool. And can I check to see if anybody is like just like pulled away from the melee attention wise from that?
Pulled away from the melee.
Like
Melee's
the people,
outside.
but aren't they in the back?
Who?
Outside.
All of the group, that whole
Yes, no,
group.
yeah. What do you mean? Your fellow players?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, so did that distract anybody? Like, did that draw attention to me at all?
I mean, sure, yeah, everybody would turn and look at you, but the one surviving member is like currently grappled by Aeliana.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll just get up and go into
So
the...
yeah, honestly, like they're like fighting, and a spell gets cast, and like
Yeah.
somebody gets knocked out, and then they all just kind of go silent for a second as this display happens. Literally, the person even in the grapple like turns. They all look at you.
I'm okay.
And then like things
and-
pick back up.
I'll pull the glass out of my back and just
Comedy.
continue on. And then what room am I in? What have I...
You're in just the workshop. You see a big long table in front of you. I will say it was 15 feet of movement to like get down, 15 feet of movement to come out of prone. So you've like you stand up, like that's where you are. You're in the workshop now. There's a long table. There's sails like lining the ceiling, like hanging across, and then there's a door on the other far side of the room that you know enters into the main lobby. But there's currently nobody in here. It's just a dark room.
So I've only used my movement
Yes,
so far, so
correct.
I am gonna bonus action dash
Yeah, totally.
into the space. And if I can use an action to do an investigation check to start looking for pieces of ledger or material or like inciting.
For sure. In the work, and just to clarify, in the workshop area, you're not going to the lobby.
Yeah. I'll just start in
Go
the
ahead,
workshop because like that might be where the business is.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
That is a 16.
So I'll say with your action, since you only have this whole turn takes about 6 seconds. Yeah. You are able to, with your investigation check of 16, you're able to find an area of the workshop that looks like 2 desks put together, and there's like paper strewn about. You very quickly clock that that's where you should head. You walk over there, you start looking through, and that'll be your turn. Cool. Perfect. At the end of your turn, we're back to the top of the turn order with Rowina. Rowina, one of the older woman, she's like in her 50s, opens the door, and she like looks startled, and she looks at you. What's going on?
I was just walking around the back, and it looks like the back of your building is on fire. I just wanted to warn you so you could get out. I know there's been fires.
Oh no, we have to stop it. Richard.
There's people back there stopping it already. Just get out.
Roll a persuasion check.
Well, it's not
I'm gonna
great.
say a disadvantage because
yeah, that's fair.
Are worried about their shit.
Should just tied them up. A little bit easier.
I rolled a nat 20, but even at disadvantage, it's an 18.
An 18? Oh. Okay. You are persuasive enough that they like stop and they're like considering what they should do, and like that's their turn. So like they're still in the lobby, they're just sitting there considering what to do, but that's how they spend their turn, because they were like basically they were right before you. So now it's still your turn. I won't like you like that wasn't an action or anything.
Yeah. Can I go back around to with 30 feet? Am I able to get back around to the window where I was before, like on the side?
It wasn't on the side. I didn't assume.
Okay, is there a window on the side?
Of the lobby or the workshop?
Of the building in general.
I guess I'm a bit confused. There's
okay.
One, yeah.
No, I'm gonna change what I'm doing.
So, no, don't change what you're doing. I just yeah. I mean, you spend 15 feet of movement to go out the front door, or past the front door, to the side of the building, and you see that there is a window on the side of the building.
Okay, I then just want to use my action to Misty Step as far as I can get inside the building without them seeing.
So you leave the front door, you walk away, and yeah, I mean, I guess I'm trying to.
I want to like make it look like I'm running to help put out the fire.
Sure, yeah. You, Emory, you are standing standing by the desk. And you hear this kind of like, and you look over and you see like a swirl of shadows very quickly, and then Rowina is standing there.
Let's see what we can find quickly there at the front door.
What's up, bro?
Come on.
That was your bonus action. Go ahead and use your action. Roll an investigation check, if that's what you want to do with it.
I do, and I will intentionally look, somewhere that it looks like Emory has not already searched.
Yeah. Emory's on one desk, you go to the other.
Mm-hmm. 6.
6, you start looking through, you find some things that are, you are helpful in the fact that you find things that are clearly not useful, and you put them to the side, but not able to find anything super relevant quite yet. That is the end of Rowina's turn. The tall, cloaked figure is just unconscious. Oliver, you're up. Danny, you're on deck.
We'll run up and bonk the other guy.
Yeah.
The one that's not non-legally.
Yes, yeah. Roll an attack at advantage.
Done.
12.
12 hits.
I'll stick. 5 plus 4, I believe. Yeah, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
You go up, bonk them on the head. You hear just like the slightest like crunching sound, and Aeliana, their body just goes limp in your arms.
We should get them inside.
Inside.
Start grabbing the other guy,
Yep. Time up.
first guy, the taller guy, and start to bring him into the workshop.
You start to. They're both women, and you grab the taller one, quite light actually. You're able to just pick them up. As you pick up the tall cloaked figure, their hood falls back, and you see Violet.
Oh.
And you bring her inside.
Nice.
You don't recognize the short woman, but you bring both of them
Oh,
inside.
Violet's tall?
I mean, yeah. I mean, for taller than
How tall?
taller than the short person. 5'9".
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love her.
Hell
yeah. You take them in. Emory and Rowina. The back door opens, and these two cloaked figures are brought in. Okay. You hear the front door close.
Are we out of initiative?
You're out of initiative. Yeah.
Do I find anything on the desk?
Yeah, you look through the desk. You find. Go ahead and roll now another investigation check at advantage with Rowina helping you out.
With advantage.
I'm tying them up.
Okay.
Just
That is a 19.
19. You rolled a nat 20, Eric, when you were tying that guy up at Warehouse B, and so you just never have to roll for tying people up.
Yeah!
If there's anything you know how to do, it's tying people up.
I was in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah. Specifically tying up unconscious people. I'm not just going to let you walk up to somebody in combat and tie them up.
Who said anything about combat?
But yeah, you tie them both up, and Emory with a 19. You find very normal business items, and then you find a drawer that is locked. That you are. I mean, it's like a desk lock, so it's like very easy to break open. You crack the lock, open it up, and you find basically there is no like ledger or anything, but there are some letters. Some of them are from, actually all of them are from Drizek to the owners of this establishment.
What does one of them say?
One of them speaks on how they didn't meet their payment, and if they were short again, that there would be more trouble. They're all like very, they're not like letters. They're very like short things.
Threats.
Cool.
Evidence.
I was about to say, I think that now puts, because we have the ledger that implicates Drizek, and if Drizek is implicating them, then that's a direct chain to the Sildors.
Yeah, I won't say anything because of all that's happening, but I'll look to Rowina, who's also searching with me, and I'll like shake the letter, and I'll put it in my satchel.
Sorry, nope.
No, I would just say I think the owners are either left or are coming back. We should be aware.
Enough. Should we go?
Should we take them?
Yeah.
Are we not setting this place on fire?
Oh,
Why?
No.
we already said we weren't going to do that.
Good. Yeah.
So,
You
go
have a
ahead.
match lit.
Would you all, how about keep them tied up somewhere, keep them knocked out? I can run really quickly, because that's the thing that I do, to Trost and let him know what's up, and we can maybe keep them, have Trost have like official people come get them, and he can hold them with the other people that we're holding, that he's holding captive for us.
My only worry is, what if the owners walk through that door?
We can take them to the.
We need
sewers,
to grapple them.
hide
Yes.
them, and then
The owners?
no what?
Yeah, they're criminals as well.
Well, I think just
We
let
have
them.
evidence.
We
Well,
have
yeah.
enough evidence, though.
I don't think that we need to fuck up anything. I think
Who
we
are
can
all
just.
of you? You look at the
Shit.
back window, and
God damn it.
they went to go check out the fire in the back, and
I
they
knew
see
it,
this
I knew
broken
it.
window. And so you see two the owners of the establishment looking through the broken window at all of you.
We've subdued. Please stand back. We are here on order of Councilman Trost to subdue the fires that have been happening in this area. We have apprehended the two people that were starting the fire.
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. The older male opens up the back door.
Sorry about your window.
They come in. Oh, is that how they got in?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
must be.
That's it.
Oh, thank you all so much for saving us. And the woman says, it looks at you, Rowina. Thank you for warning us. You should probably, get out of here. I don't want. These people were lucky enough to save us. We thank you so much for warning us of the fire.
Yes,
She
absolutely.
warned us. They point. She points to Rowena as if she's not any of you. And she's like, she helped us. She told us about the fire. She was walking back, and wait a minute,
Yes.
she could be one of them. She could be one of them.
What?
She said she was out in the back when the fire happened.
What? No, these are the people I said were back there putting the fire out. I told you I had people. I ran to warn you. They were putting the fire out. But
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, it's just.
We'll just take
You've
these.
You've had a very
criminals and
stressful time. We can.
yes,
We'll leave you to your evening.
yes.
All right.
Be safe out there.
Please give Councilman Trust our thanks. We were worried that when we saw the establishments that were burning down that we could be next, and we're just very glad we're not.
Good. Trust and trust.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Can I insight check the?
You were worried that this was going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I want to insight check.
Yes. Yeah.
Why
What
go
would
ahead.
they
made you
think
think
that
you
they were
might be
next?
next?
Well, because we were a part of the Dogsman's extortions.
Oh,
They
Absolutely terrible. So sorry.
Well,
we're doing
Vincent-
everything we can to get to the
Mr.
bottom of
Sildor
this.
put an end to it. Him and his bronze came and took them all away. We don't have to give them anything anymore.
Oh no.
That's good.
What were
then.
you giving them?
We would have to give them a monthly payment of our profits, and then recently they paid us extra if we. She kind of puts her head down, and then the man who has been called Richard says, unfortunately, they wanted us to point out magic users to him.
Oh dear.
Would you be willing to testify to that,
I mean,
given proper
the
protection?
council is all aware of it. They're aware that that's what the Docksmen were doing to us. But yeah, we would testify.
Okay. Thank you.
The Scarlet Cloaks that were attacking / attacked are in here, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would see that one of them is Violet.
Yeah.
I would see that, and as they're saying, like, pointed out magic users, I would just pull the cloak back over her face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We really have never expected the council to do so much for us, and now 2 members have saved us.
Absolutely. Well, we will get out of your hair.
Right.
Happy to be of service.
Thank you. We've got to figure out. Well, I've got to board up this window for the night. We appreciate it. And Richard kind of opens the door for you.
Great name.
I'll pick up Violet, but try to make sure the cloak stays over her
easily
head.
enough. They don't really. They're wanting to avoid them. So yeah, you pick up the 2 unconscious bodies and walk right out.
We should maybe hide somewhere until Trust can come.
I'll go. Do you want me to
Go.
start both?
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Danny starts.
I'll carry the smaller one because of how tall I am.
Okay.
so fast.
Is
What do we
there
do?
a place in the immediate vicinity that it seems like we could like just crouch and hide for
Yeah, I
the
mean, you can
time that
just,
it takes for him to get there?
Yeah, you can just like post up in a nearby alleyway.
I think that's what we should do.
Set them up like they're sitting. No one.
Yeah,
will know.
sure.
We'll
We take the cloaks off of them.
weekend at Bernie's on this.
Can I make an investigation check as we go outside to see if there's any other Scarlet Cloaks or anybody like watching out to see if this was successful?
Yeah, sure. You can roll a perception check.
God, 7. Not a good day for dice.
Yeah, you don't notice anybody.
Should we take the cloaks off of them? Just so it's not drawing attention to the fact that
Could
we've
at
got...
least take it off their head and then like tuck it behind their back. So
Sure.
it's not make it look like
Yeah.
a sleeping.
Can I also sort of like minor illusion the shadows around us to just like if somebody just peeked down this alleyway, we wouldn't be like immediately visible. We'd kind of be hidden in a shadow.
Minor illusion is in a 1 by 1 foot cube.
True.
So I would say no.
Okay.
Just take a bottle of alcohol and just like put it in their hands.
Yeah, I mean you can just
Relentlessly,
in a
set them
city
up
like
against a crate.
in a city like Darioch, you don't think you need to do all that. You know, like you think like simply like what Oliver's doing. It's like they're not used to just seeing people in alleyways. Like that's like
Right.
a normal thing.
Okay,
if
so
you're
then
in the
we
middle of
wait
the
for
street
Danny to
doing this,
come
that would
back,
be
I
something.
guess.
But being in an alleyway, you don't think anybody's going to really pay you any attention.
Yeah.
After a moment or two, both of them kind of begin to stir and wake up. And
do we boop them again? Do we keep them
I
knocked
think
I think
out?
yes.
Yeah,
I
just
don't-
like play again.
It's gonna cause a lot of problems.
Just knock
Keep
him right
on
back
knocking
out.
them
I could mage hand up my.
You want to knock with Violet? We just met. We know Violet.
I suppose we knock the other one back out and then keep
What if,
Violet.
what if we give him a chance not to scream?
All right, yeah.
please don't knock either of us out.
If you keep quiet, we won't have to.
Okay.
Violet, how did you get yourself into this?
What do you mean? Why are you? She kind of looks at Emory.
It's okay.
Why did you attack us?
Gotta like holds her like points at the scar.
We didn't know who
the
you were. You attacked us.
Scorch mark on.
You attacked us.
You were trying to start a fire.
Yes, we were trying to burn down the building of the people who kidnapped me and put me in a crate for days.
I understand. And that's not right.
What do you mean you understand?
It wasn't
You don't-
them. They were
You don't know
If it
everything
weren't
about
for them,
people you're
Emory, I
working for.
would have been fine. What do you mean it wasn't just because they're not the ones that nailed the crate shut? They're not responsible?
They're no longer in the situation that they were in when that happened.
Oh, so when a murderer stops murdering, we can forgive him.
No, but this is not the way to get justice. And the people you are working for have intentions and are using you for things you have no idea about.
Oh, so what is the way to get justice then?
We're trying
That's
to
what we're
figure it
trying to
out.
figure out.
Well, while you try to figure out, more of us are dying.
Fire could have spread, Violet. You see how many buildings are closed around here?
It would
One
have been
fire
fine
doesn't-
if you wouldn't have done anything to stop us.
Were either of you involved with sea salt sweets?
They kind of look at each other and don't say anything.
I need you to answer that question. And Oliver kind of like kneels down, gets really close to him.
She looks over. The short one speaks up. They've all been us.
Yeah, well, Frey didn't do anything.
They just sit in silence.
want to slam one of these people's. I know we know Violet. I just feel like
we don't
they
have
need
to just deep breath.
Yes. Violet, I know. I see why you think that this is right. I do. I understand it. I really do. I've spoken with the Scarlet Cloaks. I know of the Scarlet Cloaks. And I know why you think you need to do this. But I am telling you there is a better way to do it, and we can help you do that. In a way that will not get you into trouble that you cannot get out of.
You say that you know that there's a better way to do it, and yes, when I ask you, you say we're trying to figure it out. So which is it?
The best way is for people who are not in power to not be the ones who are ruling out judgments. The king will be here in a few days. There are good council members. There is a way to do this that will help everybody.
The entire
and
council
not
is
just
corrupted.
Yeah, so go
It's
after
not-
them and not their tools.
And that's not entirely true. It's what you've been told, I understand. But we've met good people on the council.
I'm surprised mostly at you, Emory.
Why?
I thought you trusted us. I thought you trusted Rowina.
Well, things are different now.
I guess so.
Rowina, like anybody else, is capable of working in her own self-interest.
And what are your interests?
Actually solving the problem and not just punishing people in a way that nobody will ever even know what they did.
How long have you been with the Scarlet Cloaks? I'll ask the shorter one. Recent? Do you want to know why they sent you two? Because they don't care if you make it out. They don't care if you get caught. They don't care if you die. You're expendable.
Make a persuasion check.
-1. Oh, but that's a natural 20. With the saxophone on the dice.
Why do you say that?
You think that they would send someone they care about to out in the field? You think they would trust somebody new with this type of job? They don't care. You're just a weapon. They're just weaponizing you.
We're just earning our place. Everybody has to do that.
You're just a cog in the machine.
How many of these have you done and you still haven't earned your place?
They kind of look at each other. Their brows furrow. Violet just like puts her knees up to her chest and just like puts her head down. And they just
I'll like
stay in
pat her on the
silence.
back.
She pulls away.
Oh, cool. For sure.
Is anything else said or done before Danny returns?
I would to Violet, like not in front of the group or like for any agenda, but just kind of like whisper to her. Felix has been asking about you.
Is he all right?
Oh yeah.
Good.
What should I tell him?
Just tell him I'm alive.
Cool.
Can I ask for healing while we wait as well? My
Yeah.
very hurts.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Help.
Could you guys
cast
be
a-
taking a Could you guys be taking a short rest?
Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Oh, if we can, well then.
Because you're just sitting in an alleyway. That's the
Nice
definition of
question mark.
short rest.
How do I see my hidden?
I have some aloe that would be good for that burn mark.
Ow.
Yep.
Gee.
Yeah. It's
Do you have like a band-aid or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
the sting starts to go away, and the burns do start to heal. I just kind of want to say, like, narratively, like, you know, with hit dice and during a short rest, like, it's still because you're like a magic user and like because you're like a powerful adventurer, that you are able to heal so quickly, even within an hour. And you do just like very faintly every once in a while just see like threads of black magic winding over the wound, causing the healing process to increase. And eventually, Danny and 4 of Councilman Trost's men. Councilman Trost himself does not come, but he sends 4 of his men, who he trusts, to accompany Danny, and they find you in the alleyway. We'll say about like close to an hour passes, which is quick.
Sorry, I'm so late. I would have been here a lot faster, but you know,
Yeah, Danny got there within like 5 minutes.
I've been bored.
Been bored.
They're like out of breath, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that kid. Fuck that kid.
I slowed down.
Dude, you should be. I'm mad. You're good. You're good. I'm not mad at you. I'm old. Fuck, I'm old.
Hey, Scarlet Cloaks.
Great.
Is our plan to go back with them or to just let Trost's men take them?
I would probably accompany them, make sure that they get there
Okay.
safely.
Yeah, we can go with.
Yeah, the bronze isn't gonna bother us. They know who we are. One of them steps
No.
forward,
Not exactly worried about the bronze.
and he
Just be gentle, with them.
they kind of look at each other. All right.
They're victims, just like most of us.
You would see with Oliver's nat 20, they are despondent, and very discouraged, and walk with their heads down. Even if you told them not to, they would fight you on it. They do put gags on them because they're magic users, and they're just not willing to risk it.
Yep.
So they keep their hands tied behind their back, put gags on them, and then they start escorting them through the streets. And you accompany them, and they are able to make it to Councilman Trost's home. They go into the main gate. One of them stops and looks back at all of you and says, "We've got it from here. Thank you. And good job. 2 less people didn't get
please-
tonight."
Please treat them with kindness. They don't deserve the same punishment as everyone we've brought here.
We treat every prisoner the same as a human. And they walk away.
So,
Are we really just gonna condemn both of them to the same fate as? I don't
No,
know.
I think
We just said.
I think we
treat
should-
everyone with.
I think we should see if they would be willing, when they present the evidence, to talk, to tell their story. I don't think this was their idea. I think that they were backed into a corner.
think of it as this is us keeping them safe until the turn.
True.
Do we think that
We
this is
should-
gonna stop the
Go ahead.
fires?
No.
Or are
they're
they just
trying
gonna
to
send-
let us.
Exactly.
What a cool way to show them they're just pawns.
You don't know. It's
Hey.
a risk you'll have to take. You can go and stand guard the next night if you want.
Maybe it'd be worth it.
Nah, I did my job. That was good.
I mean, we got what we needed. We got what we needed.
Yes.
We have 2 Scarlet Cloaks, one of whom we know. We have more evidence that now totally has a direct line implicating the Sildors to trafficking. think I think the next thing that we need is to get proof of Vincent Sildor's handwriting so we can definitively like show that.
Which is something that Councilman
Frost
Frost said that he
said
thinks
he
he can
was
get.
gonna
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Days, public figure.
Yes, Emory.
Would I know how? So like, people that are brought to the Ravens headquarters. So like in a situation like Violet,
Yeah.
do they just like show them how to leave, or do they like take them to a place blindfolded just so they don't know where like the entrance is, or like because Violet would then know how to get to the Ravens, and if she doesn't know that Reyna is in with the Scarlet Cloaks, would she?
She does know that Reyna's in with the Scarlet Cloaks because she implied that you
Reyna
should trust
brought her
them
there, yeah.
because you should trust her.
Yep.
Okay, so
And Reyna
so
took
there,
her to the Scarlet Cloaks, yeah.
there would likely be no concern then that Violet would give away the Ravens for any reason to like get back at anybody, just because that would be
Probably not, especially with Oliver's like nat 20 persuasion. Like,
Okay.
It seemed like he thoroughly convinced them that the Scarlet Cloaks don't have their best interest in mind, and so any revenge would kind of lose motivation.
cool.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So with that, you all have stopped another fire, or stopped a fire, the first one, yeah, not another one, and you make your way back to the House of Balance. You spend the evening. The next day, there's no fire. There is no fire. The debate does occur, and you can go to that if you want. If you did end up going, you would discover that it was actually a pretty normal event. Nothing crazy happened. Helena Sealdor and Reyna basically got into a Who Loves Dariok More shouting match, but like classy. Reyna obviously really hammered home the fact that Helena is Vincent's wife, and like that's not a good enough reason. That's a good enough reason right there for her not to be on the council.
Damn.
And that Helena was, really trying to disparage that by saying that like Reyna's the head of the Securities Guild, and while that does give her leadership efforts, she doesn't understand how to politic, and like it's all about so they were just like kind of like throwing stuff at each other in that way. But on that day, towards the end, Rowina, Brack comes to you at one point when you're in the House of Balance, and he says, "Hi, this was."
Rowena would probably unintentionally snatch it from him and not even let him finish his sentence, like without meaning to. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Thank you.
And he just nods and walks away. And you open up the letter, and it is a letter from Linda.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you want me to tell you now what it says, or you want me to send it to you?
You can tell me.
It first and foremost is just like a paragraph of "Thank God you're alive." It's so good to hear from you. I've been worried sick. Then another paragraph of "You snotty little brat. Why didn't you let me know you were alive?" Into kind of like towards the end of that paragraph, genuine like, "You've hurt me. You scared me. You should know better." And then it kind of gets into, "I understand why you did it. I'm glad to know you're okay. I'm a bit too weak to travel. But hopefully one day soon, I can see you again. And then she says that she loves you very much. And not to let fear control you.
I would
And
put that
It is
that-
also accompanied by a regular healing potion.
Oh shit. Okay. I would put the letter in
It
a
wasn't
very
transported
safe.
with the hawk, by the way. It was just money was bought for it. And anyway.
Okay. I would put that letter in a very safe place.
Okay. The next day, Councilman Trost makes all of you aware that today is going to be a day after this debate that Helena goes to her son's grave.
This is the 10th or the 11th now?
This is the 11th now.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
So the vote was on the 10th or not?
The debate was
When
the
on
is
vote
the
is
10th.
on the.
Oh, the
Okay,
vote for the
13th.
bill, you mean?
Oh no, the vote for the council seat. that
No, that's
set-
on the
that's
13th.
later?
That's on the 13th.
Okay, gotcha. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
debate was on the 10th, and the
Yeah.
11th now.
Yeah.
Tracking days.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He just like basically sends a messenger to
She's
let you
gonna
guys
be-
know. And it's up to you. I'll say that it's another moment where all of you have found yourselves in the House of Balance. And you've received the message from the messenger, and you're now discussing if this is something you want to take advantage of or not.
Okay.
I don't think that I'm not ruling out doing this at all, but I don't think I would personally go out. Like, I think that this is a thing. I don't know if it needs to be an entire group go and spy thing.
I think maybe we should. I would suggest like before this that we talk to Trost and like ask him if he thinks we have sufficient evidence
That's a good point.
for him to make his case.
He would tell you, like, we'll just say, you know,
We did it.
you guys
we did it
you guys
Yeah.
like met with him at some point. Yeah, he
With
would
the
tell
new
you that
evidence.
you definitely have enough evidence for Vincent, but that Helena and Leanna could plead innocent.
There it is.
Okay.
But
They
what-
might not either. They might be willing. They might go down with the ship, or Vincent might take
Yeah.
them down with him.
Hmm.
But evidence-wise, you got a good amount of evidence for Vincent.
Yep.
What would we get from
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
watching
where
her
I'm,
and
That's
her
the
dead
question.
sons?
yeah, that's where I'm stuck.
Unless
I mean,
she's doing business there. I don't know.
oh, what if it's a?
We could
What if
just
it's a
make sure
front?
that's actually what she's doing.
She doesn't even have a dead son.
Jesus.
I say we go, maybe even
Too
just
much.
a couple of us sneaky people go and
Again, I
make
think
sure that's actually what she's doing.
the one thing I could possibly get is handwriting, which then we could confirm if anything we've seen is in her hand. I don't think that there is anything we don't know who it was written by, so it's probably not necessary. But that is the only thing I see being able to get from her at a graveyard.
This is more Michael speaking about this. Vox, though, the bodyguard, because he's hired by them and he's protecting their daughter, implicating him kind of also like would at least be
He could take the ball.
Mhm.
it's true, but I mean it's at least it casts a bigger shadow of a doubt
Yeah.
over
If you're
them.
looking for Helena, if you're looking for evidence against Helena, Trost would say this because you guys said you did say you told him everything.
Yeah.
He would say that your better chance of getting evidence against Helena would not be to go after Helena herself, but it would be
That's
to
what I
talk to
figured.
Boldrear.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, that's my thought. I think
He's
going
gotta
to
have something
Boulder-
I think that's an Aeliana
Yep.
thing. So this is just me talking to as we
He-
move along. Would that be like Emory and Row go check
I will
on
say
Helena?
he does give you a hiccup real quick. You know, I want to say this. With his home and shop being burnt down, Boldrear is staying with the Seal Doors. It's not that he never leaves, but that's where he lives right now.
Ah,
We'd have to
I
find him
also
elsewhere.
do have the ability to disguise myself, if that helps get evidence at all. will get us into anywhere.
You could disguise yourself as Helena,
Or Boldrier and talk to Helena.
or Boldrier and talk to Helena.
So Boldrier is staying with the Sildors
Even
while
though they burned down his Scarlet Cloaks.
Scarlet Cloaks. But I mean, he's staying with his ex and her family. That's a little.
I think it's too risky to disguise as Boldria and go speak to Helena because they have too much past that we don't know.
And if he's staying with them, it's not
Right.
like.
It doesn't
And the
make sense.
Sildors ransacked his shop, right?
Not
Well,
that
Vox
he knows
did.
of.
Well, if no, Vox
But-
was there. We don't know. I guess still.
Trost also said that the king will have the ability to get people to tell the truth. So it
Yes.
sort of feels like if we have a little bit of evidence or enough to take one of them down,
Suspicion.
as long as the others were here to be questioned.
That's true.
Simply the fact that you do have enough evidence against Vincent is enough
Would
for Helena
be enough
and
to be
Leanna
like,
to be
well,
questioned.
they need to be witnesses. Yeah.
I think that's good.
So maybe what we do for these next few days is make sure that they are confident, they feel safe, they feel like nobody is onto them.
That's really smart.
That's
We
really
make
good.
sure that they're all there.
Yeah.
My only thing that is still sticking in my head is we don't know what was taken from Boldrier.
Yep.
Maybe it could be. Maybe they're, Boldrier staying with the Sildors because they're gonna use him as a scapegoat and said everything was him or something. I don't know.
I mean, the only
So-
other thing that I could think of is if I find him and just ask if he's all right. There's nothing that could come. Only bad could come of that, I guess, and not good. But if I just ask if he's okay,
Roll
and if there's
a-
anything that I can.
Roll an investigation check, everybody. I'm just gonna
Oh,
see
boy.
if either of your characters are able to
Nope.
put a 2 and
4.
2 together to get a
4.
Hey.
A what?
This is a DC 20
11.
investigation check too.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Oh, not 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well then with a nat 20, because this was a high DC because this is a walk kind of, but you're
A
able to
little
put 2
mood.
and 2 together. Vox, when he left Aeliana, told her that it was a lesson.
Yep.
That lesson clearly was not intended for Boldrier, it was clearly intended for you. His shop was ransacked. It's not a big jump to assume 2 things. One, Liana saw Aeliana at the Velvet Pillow. So Liana knew that Aeliana was working against the Sildors in some way. Or at least involved in, even if she wasn't, people who were took her away and she could have been interrogated or something.
Mm-hmm.
So with Boldrier gone and Aeliana having access to the shop, it's not a crazy jump to make that Vox was not there to get something that Boldrier didn't want found. Vox was
Just
there
pull
to
me
get
in.
something. Well, Vox was there to get something to protect the relationship between Boldrier and the Sealed Doors. Because if Aeliana was working for somebody, or if she informed somebody else, then they could have come and they could have found incriminating evidence. So you think Vox was removing incriminating evidence from the place, not doing something against Boldrier.
He's a
So
cleaner.
I think that our best move is to minimize risk for a few days.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, that's probably true. Agreed.
Was
Alright.
that a conclusion that only I got to, or who else got that?
I rolled a
You
4.
did.
Technically,
you.
only you. Yeah.
Just you, yeah,
Did you
true.
not tell everyone? Did you tell everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
I just didn't know if other people.
No.
No, you were the only one that came to the.
I got a
conclusion.
16. I was close.
That's very smart. Way to put that together, Emory. That's
Yeah.
kudos.
Yes.
I do have a 15 intelligence.
Wow. Good for
I
you.
don't know what that means.
That was Angie saying that.
Very similar.
I'm tall and I'm smart, okay?
Maybe what we do for these few days is we help Trost iron out how he's going to present the evidence. We make sure there's no
Yep.
holes.
We need to
And
learn
we-
about chimeras.
Yes, definitely that.
There's another, not relating to the Sildors, but yeah, the orphanage. There's the orphanage of it all.
Oh yes.
I think that maybe once this all goes down, we might have people in power on our side who could help with that.
Yeah.
Not so much shutting it down, but
the information part.
Yeah, Emory, you said that the green tiefling was there a couple years ago, right?
True.
They can have a name.
Close to 10 years
I
ago.
mean, it's yeah.
Oh, 10
could-
years.
Yeah. Close
Sneak
to.
in at night.
Also,
I'm trying to remember what did we get any information about, like, if that office is like locked? I mean, I'm sure it's locked, but like
You specifically were told that it is locked.
that it's locked at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever she's not in there, it's locked.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I think
Emory, I'm sure that you have ways in that office. You've probably unlocked that door before.
Never.
Of course.
So we sneak in at night. Maybe just one or two people sneak in. Everybody else keeps watch.
I mean, this is a personal favor to me, so I would really appreciate it.
I'd say yes,
Obviously.
but I
want-
still.
To know as well.
Yeah, I kind of want to know now too.
Okay, cool.
I would say yes, but after the contest.
We just don't know if we're going to still be here after the
Right.
contest. What if it
Shit
doesn't
could
go
go-
well?
But in the
Real
Way.
but if something goes wrong at the orphanage, we either then carrying that into the tournament.
Something goes wrong at the orphanage, and even people die, and they disappear off the face of the earth. You know,
My thought is
We
that it's.
accidentally end up with 20 children that we have to act. What a shame.
I just think it's more realistic to wait until after the tournament. We have people that we are allied with on the council that can affect change and could possibly just put someone that isn't awful in charge of the orphanage. We can handle whatever. I just think that we just talked about minimizing risk.
Yeah.
I think this is a huge risk.
I do think that that is how we should handle the leadership of the orphanage, overall the orphanage. But if we want to see if they have information on the green tiefling man, then if things don't go well at the tournament, we're going to have to leave town, and we're not
It
going to
is
have the opportunity
outside
to do
of
that.
the city walls, though, is it not?
Yes.
So
It
it would be
is.
easier to get there on the way out, even
True.
if things go wrong at the tournament.
True.
yes, but this is also the first lead I've had on this guy. I
I'm
don't
supportive
want-
of going now.
I understand. We just seconds ago talked about we need to be quiet, minimize risk as much as possible for the tournament. This is a huge risk. We
It's a
already couldn't get in.
medium risk.
Medium.
Okay. Whatever.
We've
This
already
feels
have,
like
we have
a s-
access to the orphanage. You know.
Well, here's the
We
thing.
have somebody who goes in and
Here's the
out.
thing. You guys, we're jumping days at a time here. So
Yeah.
you've had the conversations. You've understood everybody's opinions. Does anybody go to the orphanage, even if everybody else doesn't go?
I'm not going to the orphanage.
I'll go
Yeah.
to the orphanage.
Go to the
Absolutely.
orphanage.
Okay.
Go.
So there's a
Sorry.
night that you all wait until Danny goes to sleep,
Oh my god.
and you
I feel so bad.
four head to the orphanage.
Can I leave Danny a book the night that we go to the orphanage? Like
Where?
outside his door?
Outside his door, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just like propped up. So if he opens his door, it like
Sure.
it
book?
would be the Queen of Nirvana.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Just
So
just in case.
you four make your way outside of the city of Darioch, proper, to the Beard family farm, and you get close, and you see the farm in the distance. The pale moonlight casting a cool blue across the farmland, and there's no lights on inside. It's pretty late by the time you get there, but you're there.
I do want to just ask Emory, like on the way there, like, how bad are the beards? Do they, in your opinion, deserve to die? I just want to know if shit goes sideways. Should I hesitate?
I mean, if they come after you and like internally, like, oh, this is a complicated question. maybe spare Barnabas.
But our goal is to get in and out without
Yes,
anybody
of course,
knowing
of
that we were
course.
there. Yes. All right.
Yes.
But if they come after you, fuck them up.
Yeah. I'm
Zach,
gonna be
will you
outside.
remind me the layout of the building? Was the orphanage like? Is there an outside window that is in the office?
Yes, because we established that
There is
last
an
time.
outside
There was a
window in the
window, but
office,
it's locked.
Okay. Why I didn't do this before, I don't know, but can I see into it enough to Misty step into the office?
Totally.
Oh, hell yeah. But can you get back out? Oh, I guess you can open it.
I also can Misty step back out.
Hell yes.
So you
Incredible.
guys go ahead and roll a stealth check, all four of you. If you're going up to the front porch, Oliver, if you want to stay further back, you can.
I would say
I would
far
stay further
or
back
close,
too. I'm not stealthy.
close enough to where I can hear if like a commotion happens.
Okay,
So
yeah.
would I need to make a
I
step
don't think
check?
we should send many people up there, so I'll stay
Yeah.
back.
If you and Aeliana stay about 20 feet back, you can hear things, but not have to roll a stealth check.
Beautiful.
Yeah. that's fine.
But if Emory and Rowina want to go up,
I'm more
there to
here
the
for
window.
moral support.
Yeah,
more than
19.
anything.
19, Emory,
27.
27. The moon's really bright, so it's acting like the sun. I'm just kidding. So you easily, like Rowena, you like make your way up to the porch, but with a 27, you didn't even know Emory was following you, and you like look back for a second, and Emory's just like standing right there.
Hi.
You scared me.
Sorry.
And yeah, you see, it's just it's a pretty humble but used looking office.
Where would do you know where the important paperwork would be kept?
Bottom right drawer.
Bottom right
All
drawer.
right. Stay here. Tap on the window if you see anything suspicious.
Okay.
Or do you want me to open the window so you can come in? I'll do that, and I'll Misty step inside and then open the window.
Okay, so you see the shadows of Rowena for a moment, like she explodes in shadow that kind of swirls through the crack of the window and reforms as her. And then she turns, very easily unlocks the window and raises it up. Alarms start blaring. This home is protected by ADT, and you didn't see the sign.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Easy to say you're just kidding.
I'm obviously
That's the
kidding.
third
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
God.
easily enough. Yeah, with a 19 and a 27 stealth check, yeah, you guys get inside this room very quietly and easily. You go to the desk. Rowena starts like immediately looking. Emory, I think for you, there's a moment of just kind of like looking in this office and remembering the last time you were in this office, and that was most likely not a very good memory. And just kind of like taking everything in. Rowena, as you open up the bottom right drawer, you just notice like 4 or 5 ledgers that are just stacked, that are just like the ledger of children that have come in, parents that have adopted children. Those entries are very few and far between. And then potential parents, they actually do write down everybody that potentially comes. So you like open up the most recent one, and you do see like whatever bullshit name the two of them came up with.
I think they gave their real names.
Yeah.
Oliver and Aeliana.
Yeah.
We
And
did, it was stupid.
in the like notes section, she like writes like waste of time, marriage won't last.
Oh my
Fair.
god.
Can I look and see, like, is
Mortifying.
everything dated?
Yes.
I just want to see how far back their records go.
Their records go back about 35 years.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I'll try to immediately go back to what would be about 10 years back.
Yeah. You're taking the time to go back. Takes you probably roughly around 10-15 minutes to like get there and find the
this
right
is so
page. But you do eventually find, you see it in the description, a man is listed as a green tiefling man. His name is Damien. He is not given a last name. And in the notes section, it specifically talks how annoyed she was about that. it says, and the last sentence is, or the last couple sentences are, remorseful parent looking for a child they gave up. Didn't find what he was looking for.
Oh God.
Oh my god!
What'd you find?
Rowina swallows down some barf in her mouth. And then I'll take that page. Can I like tear it out or just take it or whatever?
Yeah, easily.
Fold it up, put it in my pocket, and say, "We can talk about it later. We should get out of here." And
Okay.
start to leave.
You go back out the window. Go ahead and roll acrobatics checks for me, both of you.
I would, just to make everything look the way it did, I would let Emory climb through the window, and then I would close the window and Misty step out.
Okay, so Emory, just you roll a low DC acrobatics check. DC 5.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Just making sure you don't knock anything out over as you're exiting the window and make a loud noise.
Fair.
You're able to nimbly crawl out the window. Rowina closes it, locks it. Same thing from inside. You see she kind of dissipates into shadows. Those shadows go underneath the window, form back outside into Rowina. The two of you stealthily go and find Aeliana and Oliver.
Oliver's just been like pacing back and forth this entire
It's
time.
going to be fine. It's really going to be fine.
Oh, it also said he was from Wooldriar, by the way. That was a very important piece
Oh,
of
okay.
information.
Well, then we definitely have to go there. Look at Harris.
Or at least that's the, that's where he said.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to work. I think this is going to be good.
Yeah, but it's not about if it's going to work. It's about what they're going to find.
Danny's gonna be so bummed he didn't come. That was like
I
the least
would-
risky thing we've ever done.
Honestly, we did really well.
There's just a normal house of normal people. They're just-
Once they come, we're going to like continue walking. I guess we'll just start
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Walk and talk.
Yeah, you start
Time to
walking
go.
and talking.
I got some information. I'll just unfold paper and hand it to Oliver. I don't know how helpful it is, but it seems like all the information that they had on him.
Damien? He was looking for a child? I'll just look at Rowena.
Evidently.
Right.
It's not impossible, but this was 10 years ago and I'm not 10 years old, so it would have been quite a while after, but to be honest, I have no idea.
Does it say how old of a child he was looking for? No. Or how long ago he not know the information?
It just says looking for a child he gave up.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I'm 21.
So you definitely fit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're younger than me? Damn. Okay. Yeah, you would have been.
11?
Which
Prime
definitely falls
orphanage.
within the
Yeah.
age range of people who are at.
We don't need to talk about it now. If you
No.
don't want to, that's completely fine. We'll just.
I might need
tuck
to
it-
process.
Just tuck it away.
Yep.
I
Nothing.
like go right up to Rowena and say, if you ever need to talk about not having
Emory.
parents.
Emory,
What?
let it be.
No, I appreciate
I'm just
it.
saying,
Thank
if you
you.
ever do, let me know, because.
Thank you. This is huge. This is. Thank you.
Okay.
We should go back to the house.
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way back to the House of Balance, you find yourselves in the alleyway there. And standing in the alleyway is Nessa Granger.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh.
sorry, not trying to... not trying to cause any trouble. Just, I'm here to talk to Emory.
Where the entrance to the House of Balance is?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The Ravens know where it is. The House
Oh,
of Goblins and
okay.
Ravens were working
That's right.
together.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
Or at least Reyna did, and she could have asked Reyna.
Right? Do you want to?
I just want to talk to Emory, right?
Yeah. I'm looking at Emory like, do you want? Do you want
Yeah,
to?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
It's fine.
But we should
We
not
will-
go inside. We should just because
We'll stay nearby. Yeah.
I mean, she turns and faces the
She's-
mouth of the alleyway.
She's not gonna.
But
All right, well then
Just
she
the-
just walks like further down the alleyway and then like turns
But,
back and
okay.
waits for Emory.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
we'll
follow
go
her.
inside then, and you just.
I'll be. Yeah. If I'm not back in, and I look at her. If I'm not back in 30 minutes,
Okay.
give me. I don't know
Okay.
how much.
That's
Okay.
a long time, but alright. Yeah.
But that's like yeah. I don't. Okay.
She waits for you when you approach. Um, how you doing? How's it going?
You know, it's fine. We're doing great. We've got like a bunch of leads, and like we're really kicking butt, and like it's just great. It's just fun.
Much leads
These
on
guys
what?
are. I just like stuff. I
All right.
don't know, just keeping busy.
Good. I just wanted to make sure you know you were alive.
Yeah. Why would? Just. Was Reyna asking, or why?
I mean, she
Why?
was asking, but she didn't tell me to come here. No. She just asked if I'd
Oh,
seen you.
She didn't tell you to come here, so you just showed up after a few days.
I just wanted to, you know, we were talking about you, and I just wanted to make sure you were right. I hadn't seen you. I was used to seeing you every day. Okay? Just making sure, you know, I didn't miss my chance of killing you or whatever.
You couldn't kill me.
I fucking could. I could kill you, yeah.
No.
Easily. Whatever.
Whatever. How are you? I guess.
I mean, alright, I guess. You know, Raina's been really busy lately. Alistair's kind of been a dick.
Tell him to fuck off.
Well, I don't think that'll help. You're the reason he's kind of been a dick.
Does he miss me?
Yeah. He does. Actually. A lot. He misses you a lot.
I don't need to insight check that.
And so does TK. Keeps asking about you.
Oh, how's he doing?
He's probably the best thing right now. He's honestly learning really quick.
Nice.
He even pickpocketed somebody the other day.
Oh, was it you?
Yes.
Man, that little dude is going places.
Yeah. He'll be glad to know you guys are alright. He asked if the blue guy was staying tough.
Oh, hell yeah. Tell him Danny is staying the toughest I think I've ever seen him in this past 2 weeks, however long it's been.
Right.
Are you staying tough?
I'm
I
always
mean-
tough.
Yeah, that was...
So are you you're really never gonna come back, right?
I'm-
Are you...
No.
You know, Raina's really beat up about what happened.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was gonna happen sooner or later. Nothing is forever, nothing is permanent, everything changes, and like, these guys are cool. These guys are cool, and they got their heads on straight, and
She doesn't
They-
like that people are getting hurt.
who's getting hurt? Her people? She doesn't like
No.
that her people are getting hurt?
No, she doesn't like that innocents have gotten hurt.
Who?
Raina.
Who's getting hurt?
The people in the
only-
fires. She didn't know there was going to
Oh.
be deaths. She didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, what, like, She absolutely did. Based on what I know from the meeting that she had, she was very willing.
She was willing
Whatever
to make a
she's telling
statement,
you.
yeah. And I think they should have been. I think they should make a statement. But I don't think people need to get hurt that weren't involved.
You don't think that, or Reyna doesn't think that?
I don't think she thinks that.
She does, Nessa.
She's been fighting with them on like she doesn't.
Well, then maybe she's finally getting her head out of her ass. And you can do whatever the fuck you want, but that's what they're doing. They don't care about who's in those buildings.
All right,
They're
well,
gonna
I'm
burn
not
them down.
working for them. I'm working...
Wait, did you fucking leave?
No, I didn't leave.
Did you?
I'm saying I'm not working for the Scarlet Cloaks.
But you're working with Reyna.
Yeah, because she's my fucking family, Emory. She's a good person. Maybe she's fucking up right now. And maybe she is getting her head really far up her fucking ass. But what you do is you fucking help and pull it out. You don't just fucking leave. And she storms away.
Nessa.
What? You didn't even try, Emory. You had one fucking conversation and you gave up. And you just fucking left.
Okay. I fucking left. Yeah, I fucking left. But, like, it was pretty clear that she...
Was what? Being over dramatic and saying things she didn't really mean? Like Reyna always does?
She always does that.
Right,
always does
exactly. So you know that usually she wakes up the next morning and she
Yeah,
gives you a
but
fucking
maybe-
waffle that Alistair made and she says she's sorry.
But maybe I'm tired of that. Maybe I'm tired of always fucking up and then being apologized to and fucking up and being apologized to.
Well, that's fair.
These
Fucking,
people
that's
think.
fair.
Yeah.
But you... It just fucking hurt how quick it was, I guess. Listen, I know that I hate you or whatever, but like... I also don't want you to be hurt, and I kind of care about you, and...
You can find family anywhere, Nessa. You could go find family right now. You could come...
Maybe I'm done finding family. Maybe I'd like to fucking keep one. For once.
I think I would just go up and hug her.
Oh, what?
Just...
And then she just starts to break down and cry. And she hugs back.
Yeah, I would just, like, hold her, let her cry. For as long as it feels like she would want to.
Yeah, she eventually
stay.
does kind of like, for sure. Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
She stares at you and makes eye contact. And for a brief moment, you see her eyes drift to your lips. And then she says, just fucking stay alive, alright? And then she turns and she walks.
Okay. Bye.
And then she, like, awkwardly, like it's a long alleyway, and so she starts running. And so she just runs.
I will just, like, very stoically just, like, turn around and, like, walk, like, quickly to the House of Balance entrance and do the and, like,
and with that, we will take a little bio break as we separate for a bit, and then we will come back kind of pretty much on the 15th day of Garnian for the Tournament of Redemption. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned, stand up, stretch, get some water, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back. Hey, Hey everybody, we're back to Campaign 3, Episode 8, Culmination. Thank you so much for joining us. Eric, roll an investigation check for me, my friend.
Cool. I could tell you, like, I have an idea of what I would do to find him. That's pretty good, though. That could be 19.
It is a DC 20, so what are you gonna do?
I, being a member of the Smith Guild, just go around to different smiths, see if anybody they've heard any rumors or show them a little sketch of the guy.
With that, I'm gonna say, because you just like go around like to people who clearly like would have just been around. I won't say anything other than just like that. Since it was a DC 20 and you got a 19, we'll go ahead and give that a -1 or a +1 or -1, however you want to think about it. And so, one night, you go to the Angry Angler in the... wait, no, not the Angry Angler. Sorry, that's the other one. You go to the Hooked Fish Tavern in the Docks District, where you find... What? And you find him doing some magic tricks in the tavern.
Oh.
And you see a older man, balding hair with hair on the side behind the bar. You see a younger guy with black hair, short black hair, like 20 years old maybe, going around serving. He comes up to you and he says... Right, welcome to the Hooked Fish Tavern. How can I help you?
Just a seat in the corner.
Yeah, of course. Come on over. And he sits you down and he says, "Never seen you at the Hooked Fish Tavern before. You ever been here?"
No, first time.
All right. Well, my name's Peter Buscroot, and yep, this is our establishment. And this other server walks by, a girl with like long blonde hair. And he kind of like smiles at her, and she gives him kind of like a coy smile as she walks by. And then he says, "That's my father over there, Khan, behind the bar. We're a family establishment. We like to get to know people around here. What's your name?"
Oliver.
Oliver, nice to meet you. What can I get you?
Just an ale.
Ale? All right.
Yeah.
And he walks away. And
Thanks.
In a moment or two, comes back with an ale. And what do you do?
I want to sit there kind of with my cloak up and just watch him until he leaves, and I want to follow him out of there and get him alone.
Okay. Before that happens, you are approached by a man. Just a second. Bow wow wow UBO UBA, am I right?
Lil
Yeah.
Bow Wow comes up to you.
You see a man with long brown hair, a wide brimmed hat, with a long feather sticking out of it, little like a mustache, a goatee, and he has a
musketeer.
He has a lute.
Okay.
He does look very much like a musketeer, and he sits down and he says, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
You can help me by giving me some privacy?
Oh, come on, you don't want a classic poem from Harold Harmony Jr.?
Sure, but make it quick. I'm
All right.
in the middle of something.
First, I just need you to tell me, a little bit about yourself. What's your name?
I thought it's a poem about me.
Yeah, I'm going to create one on the fly for you.
Oh, cool. Oliver.
All right, what do you do for a living, Oliver?
Oh, boy, so many things now. A smith.
All right. Who do you love, Oliver?
Who
Tell
do
me,
I love?
who do you love?
What's your deal, man? What do you? It's
This is
something.
what I do. It's going to inspire you. Trust me.
Okay. Who do I love? I mean, nobody. Moment.
Oh. Well, that's sad. So sad. All right, fine. Let me see what I can think.
And I'm like looking over, still keeping an eye on the rat. Could you, does greatness take a long time?
He's like writing.
Never. I'm not gonna pay you.
What?
I just wanted to make it clear.
Well, I suppose. Thank you for your time. And he stands up. Peter? And Peter walks over and says, "Sorry, that's it's Harry. He's a good guy."
He's invasive a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another ale. And you wait until what leaves, and
Yep.
you follow him.
If I get him alone, like where does he head? Like down the street, an alleyway?
Yeah, he would. I mean, knowing what, he would probably head down the street for a little bit, but then like jump into an alleyway.
I would follow him, and then I would just yell, "Stop!" and I would cast command.
Okay. What is the saving throw?
It's probably wisdom. Yeah, wisdom.
Okay.
14 DC.
Hold on. Give me a second. I have their character sheet.
I forget that they were like somebody's character. Oh well, all right.
This was Sophie's character.
Sorry, Sophie.
They stop. Ah!
I would run up and pin him against the wall and like lift him up.
Hey there! How you doing? My name's what? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I know what your fucking name is.
Oh God!
Remember
Hi,
me,
man.
or am I just another person you stole
No,
from me?
I remember you now. What do you want? Everything's fine. Nothing's an issue. I didn't steal your coin purse.
I haven't even said that. You are very bad at this.
Well, I'm just usually a lot faster.
Right. I'm gonna need my coin purse back. Unless you're looking for a job.
I'll do work. What do you need?
Well, you seem to be good at getting in and getting out of places.
Yeah. You'll never notice what. Not unless he wants you to.
There's a sword I'm looking to get my hands on.
Okay.
You heard the name Knife-Eye at all?
Can't say I have, friend.
Well, like he's currently staying at the
Wandering Minstrel.
Wandering Minstrel.
Oh, is
You
he the
can't
guy with
miss
a
him.
scar on his eye?
That's the guy.
A bit on the nose.
Yeah, a little bit on the eye. Sorry. You get that sword and we can call things square.
Okay. I can try.
All right.
What do I do? Right now? Do I meet you somewhere? Or?
You can. Is there like a post office? Like you just drop it off as a package, and I'll come pick it up.
All right. Yeah. Well, under what name? Can we just put Oliver?
Just
You're not very good at this either.
No, I'm kind of new to this whole thing. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Honestly, you seem like a really nice
down
guy.
little bit. You don't seem that bad. I just didn't. Took advantage of me and my friends. I just didn't like it.
Listen, I'm really sorry. I gotta say, you guys are just outsiders, and honestly, you look like people I'd never seen before. A lot of outsiders come in here, and well, I gotta make my money somehow, and this is the easiest way I can do it.
Yeah, but it's so dishonest. It doesn't keep you up at night. I'll tell you what,
I sleep like a little bunny.
the gold that you took from me was the last gold I had. And I won't be able to make my rent. I won't be able to pay my dues now. I could get kicked out of the guild.
Oh, well, way to bring a guy down.
Yeah, you don't think about the actions that you are taking.
Hey, listen, this city's it's a hard one to live in. I was just trying to get by.
Yeah, well, hard times make hard people.
Usually people at the Wandering Minstrel they're wealthy people, you know? Tourists, people that are kind of assholes. So I thought I was taking advantage of people who could deserve it.
Right. But you didn't know.
I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
All right, listen. He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out 5 gold. And he gives it to you. That's what I got in there. But,
What about the sword?
No, I'll still try.
Okay, cool.
But, you know, I don't know. I guess thanks for a little bit of perspective.
He's a dangerous guy. That's why I'm sending somebody I don't care about.
Oh, ouch! That hurt my feelings. All right. Well,
It should.
Okay. Well, my motivation just tanked, but we'll see. And he starts to like.
Well, tell you what. If I don't hear from you, or if I hear about a rabbit stealing from anybody else, the next meeting is not going to be so chipper.
I'm a nice guy, but you don't want to get on my bad side.
Me neither.
Fair enough.
All right.
And he tips his head and he jogs off. And then you kind of hear like a, oh, as he like, turns the corner and like runs away. We'll say that happened that night. The next day, Danny, you get a letter back.
Rad.
There it is.
Thank you.
Do with that what you will. Aeliana and anybody else who wants can roll an investigation check on researching chimeras.
Oh, cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's a chimera?
Yes, Aeliana.
Nat 20!
Hey, nat 20. All right, no one else has to roll.
Okay.
This is gonna benefit
Good.
all of you. Her intelligent research is going to benefit all of you.
I think I just read really fast, so I'm able to like get a ton of information, like get through things very quickly. So she's just like sitting in one of those chairs, like posted up,
Yeah.
like, cross-legged, like blanket over the head, like.
Here's the information you can find out. Some of it you already knew, but I'm just gonna throw it out at you. A chimera is a large monstrosity of a creature. It has the body of a lion with the tail, wings, and head of a dragon, a lion, and a ram. The dragon head is able to breathe fire. It attacks quickly. It is not resistant or immune to any damage. It is not vulnerable or immune to any damage. You discover that it does understand Draconic, but it can't speak.
Mm-hmm.
In case you wanted to know that. And lastly, what I'll say is any attack against the creature, so this won't help you on like saving throw type things, but any attack against the creature using the information that you have and giving it to your party, any attack on the creature is a +1.
Amazing.
Including like range spells and stuff.
As long as it is an
Cool.
attack, yeah.
Attack roll. Okay,
Listed
cool.
like an attack, yeah.
Cool.
Sweet. Way to go. I'm feeling pretty good about this whole thing now.
Me too.
I'm still
Oh,
scared,
yeah.
but I'll pretend
I'm terrified.
to not be.
I'm terrified, but I'm confident.
Honestly, I'm more nervous about the whole expose the seal doors thing than I am fighting the chimera.
Right? Yeah.
Honestly.
What's the plan if things go wrong?
Run away?
Where?
Away.
With the chimera or with the seal doors?
Either one.
away.
North, right?
We could go north. We could go.
Well,
Sorry, reading brain. We could go north. Yes.
everything we have points to Wildriar.
Ultrior.
Do that.
Have y'all ever been on a boat?
Yeah.
What is it
No.
cool? Is it good?
I don't think so. No.
I'm not a huge fan. I don't like being out in the middle of water like that.
Yeah.
Have you been in a boat, Emory?
Mm-mm.
Me neither.
No, I've never been out of Danrek.
Oh,
You
you've
know
never
anything
left
about-
Ariok?
Sorry.
No, that's all. I
Do
was
they
gonna say.
like tip? Are they like tippy? What like?
Oh, boats?
Yeah.
You can
Depends
get
on what
mad. Yeah, you can get mad motion sickness on one. Because it's just like you're just kind of standing there, and then the boat's like this, but you're like this, and so your brain's trying to keep up and maintain equilibrium. So
Oh
it can
my
really
God.
just fuck you up.
Oh my
And
God.
sometimes, if you're really sensitive to it, you can get off the boat and for days after still feel the rocking.
Ooh,
What the fuck?
We
That's horrible.
we don't
Yeah.
have to take a boat to Wildriar.
No.
Yes, we don't need to worry about a boat.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have to take the boat.
How do we get there?
Take the trails, take the road to Wildriar.
Through Ranha, or we could just skip any other place in between and go south.
Through
and
the
then-
woods.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Woods. Woods are cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't really plan for you to have like a RP scene there, so I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
No, you're totally fine. I'm
He
just
said,
saying,
"Shut the fuck
No,
up,
no,
you
I
guys."
am-
Time to
I am
fight!
apologizing.
We're not the
plan.
best players. We're not the best players that he could ask for.
I'm apologizing for cutting you short so that we can move forward.
yeah.
We'll say that this discussion of what to do in case things go wrong happens the night before the tournament, and you guys fall asleep that night. Emory.
Nope.
Oh
No,
God,
thank you.
no.
Here we go.
You are back in the office at the Beard family farm. And you are just kind of standing and looking around as you did when you walked in with Rowina a couple of days ago. And you see a red light glowing underneath the door that goes into the rest of the house. And you walk up to it, approaching it, and you investigate. And you open the door, and there's like a flash of red light. And you are suddenly in the street of Danrek. And in front of you on the ground is Felix. Cut open, sliced, bleeding. Next to him is Aeliana. Same. Cut open, sliced, bleeding. Rowina's lying there. Nessa's lying there. Danny, Oliver, Reyna, Alistair, Trost. The list of bodies. You're in what feels like an alleyway, even though it's never ending. Just a field of bodies in front of you. And as you look back down at the one right in front of you, Felix, you notice that your hands are covered in blood. And the daggers in your hands are soaked in blood, dripping. And Felix looks up at you in fear and in pain. Why? And then you wake up. Aeliana. You are in your bed at the House of Balance trying to sleep. And in the room, underneath the door starts pooling just a pool of inky blackness. paint, similar to what your magic looks like, and the window starts to seep it. And you sit up on your bed, and the door implodes, the window shatters as black inky paint rushes into the room. And it starts to swallow you, and you begin to drown in it. And you start swimming to the top. Your mouth goes up to your own ceiling, taking in one last breath before the inky blackness takes you. You're floating, weightless, in this inky blackness. And then you hear a as if something moves in the inky blackness behind you, as if something was moving through water. And then you hear it again to your right. And then you hear it rushing towards you and stopping. You don't see anything, but you feel like bubbles and wind go past you. And then you are enveloped in green light as a massive eye opens up right in front of you, staring at you. And you hear a low rumble. And it gets louder and louder. The image in front of you shaking. And then you wake up. Rowina, you are enveloped in something warm. You feel held. You realize you are being held. You're a child. An infant, really. Being cradled. You feel the movement of a body against yours, holding you close to it. You hear the crunch of leaves, the snapping of a twig. And then you hear a hum. A familiar hum. And the body that is carrying you stops moving. And you feel it crouch down. The hum continues. It's warm and inviting. It's definitely something you've heard before. Something you heard throughout your whole childhood. You hear a sniffle close to you. It's the person that's holding you. The hum is coming from a distance, but this is closer. I'm sorry. You hear the voice of a man say. You are put down. You feel the embrace of a cold ground. And then hurried footsteps of leaves and twigs snapping, running away from you. The humming gets louder and louder. Oh, where did you come from? You hear in a familiar voice before you wake up. Danny, you're in a rocky place. Arid landscape. You're looking around. You don't recognize anything in particular. And you turn, kind of doing a 360, just looking around you. And then you are staring at Nicholas. His hair is coiffed, but crusted in a deep red blood. One of his eyes is kind of swollen, puffed. His lip is bleeding. His usually quite nice attire ripped and stained with blood and dirt. You see him looking around, panicking. He unsheaths his sword, still looking. And for a second, his eyes land on yours. And he looks away, but then looks back. Eyes wide, confusion. Danny? A loud, screeching roar is heard. And Nicholas is shadowed by the silhouette of gargantuan wings. He looks up and goes white with fear before you wake up. Oliver, you are in your blacksmith shop. You are taking a long piece of iron, freshly scalded in the fire next to you. You're hammering it on an anvil, bending it to your will. Feels good. The act of this manual labor takes discipline, focus. It's nice to feel that again. As you continue, you look around at the shop and you realize you're not in your shop anymore. You're on a cobblestone street in Danrek. Not really descript. You don't notice any landmarks. And you're still hammering, but you don't recognize where you are. And then you hear a noise. And cracking. And you realize you're making the noise. And you look down at the anvil to see a bloody, pulped face as you continue to hammer it and hammer it and hammer it until it's not recognizable anymore. And then you wake up. The rest of you all wake up the next day, and today is the day of the Tournament of Redemption. Danrek is alive with noise and revelry and excitement as you all make your way to the arena, to the Danrek arena. The excitement of the day is palpable. You can feel just energy in the air. The entire way to Danrek, you pass people selling, food, noisemakers, flags, little mini Danrek flags, flags of the Sabian dynasty, dolls of the prince and the king, or just like a generic warrior in the tournament. And you see that it's a rare sunny day on this day in Danrek. And you see the streets lined and flowing with color as you begin to approach the stadium itself. And all of you feel in your hearts a heaviness. Everything that you've done and everything that has happened to you in the past 10 to 12 days is coming to a point. Whatever you've done, whatever you've worked for, will affect whatever happens today. And will affect the rest of your journey as concerned citizens. And that weight sits on your shoulders as you walk and get closer to this stadium. Eventually, you make your way to the main area where citizens are being let in. As instructed, you go to a gate that is guarded by some people trusts. And those guards lead you in and take you into the arena itself underneath. And there, Trost meets you. He tells you all that he's confident in today. And that he feels that what you've done will make Danrek a better place. And that corruption takes a blow here today. He leads you to the armory, where you are allowed to prep and get ready for what is about to occur. Outside, you hear people filing in. Some are already cheering, some chants are happening. And through the upper windows of this room, you see filing in to the tournament the leaders of Danrek. You see Baron Lucard, Vincent Sealdor, followed by his wife and daughter. You see Councilman Gavin Rains, Councilwoman Neidhart, Councilman Lucius Gray, and finally Councilwoman Wildra Stone. You see with Wildra, healed and standing confident, is Victor Roan, her assistant. And then cheers erupt and people go crazy as the prince is announced. Prince Raymond Sabian. He steps out, chiseled jawline, long nose, long flowing brown hair. He takes in the audience, waves his hands. Everybody cheers. He's wearing deep maroon tunic with gold trimming. He seems a little indifferent to what's going on. But then there's silence as everyone knows what's about to occur. Trumpets sound, and the king himself is announced. King Reinald Sabian, a tall, imposing man, bald on his head with a thick, long white beard, a furrow on his brow of stoicism, not anger, that can be seen from as far away as you are. He wears a long red cloak with gold trimming, the colors of the Sabian dynasty in Savonia. And he nods his head, takes in the applause, and then he puts up both of his hands. And the crowd begins to silence. And the drums and the trumpets stop. a amulet that he is wearing begins to glow. And you know that this amulet is amplifying his voice. And you hear him as if he was 20 feet from you. And he says, "People of Dariok, as your king, it is both my duty and honor to address you today on the day of the Tournament of Redemption. This biannual event makes a pivotal moment in our kingdom's history, a testament to our commitment to justice, redemption, and the strength of our unity. For generations, the Tournament of Redemption has served as a beacon of hope for those who have faltered, for those who have stumbled along the path of righteousness. It offers a chance for redemption, a chance to reclaim one's honor and freedom through bravery, skill, and determination. But let us not forget the gravity of our choices before us. The participants in this tournament are not merely contestants. They are individuals who have strayed from the righteous path, individuals who have committed deeds that have brought harm to our beloved kingdom and its people. Yet, in the spirit of mercy and second chances, we offer them this opportunity to atone for their sins, to fight for their redemption, and to earn their freedom through their own courage and prowess. It is a harsh and unforgiving trial, but one that embodies the very essence of justice and fairness. To the brave souls who have chosen to enter the arena, know that your fate lies in your own hands. You have been given a chance to rewrite the narrative of your lives, to carve out a new destiny through sheer determination and resilience. May you fight with honor. May you fight with valor. And may you emerge victorious. Not only for yourselves, but for all those who believe in the power of redemption. And to the people of Dariok, I urge you to witness this spectacle with both reverence and humility. Let us not forget the sacrifices that have been made to uphold the principles of justice and righteousness. Let us stand together in solidarity, united in our belief that even the darkest of souls can find redemption through courage and perseverance. As your king, I stand before you today with hope in my heart and faith in our collective strength. Let us embrace the spirit of the Tournament of Redemption, and may it serve as a shining example of our unwavering commitment to justice, mercy, and the triumph of the human spirit. Long live the Savian dynasty. But before we begin this Tournament of Redemption, an act of courage and bravery to show us what not straying from the path of good can do, and also to show you the evil that can exist in this world. And as he says that, across the arena from you, a door, huge gate, opens up, and you see on the other end chains being pulled. And a large figure is dragged out. And you see entering this arena a chimera. As it enters, you see huge paws of a lion, the roaring head of a dragon, and the baying skull of a ram, swishing tail of a dragon, a set of wings on its back, but one of them has been pinned down and is chained to the side of the creature, not allowing it to fly. But it enters the arena. It is left on chains that are long enough for it to get around the arena, but not long enough for it to exit or get into the stands where the people are. The king continues, and as he does, Trost looks at all of you. We'll be ready. You just do your part. And the king speaks once more. So let us see what bravery can do in the act or in the face of this evil. People of Danrek, I introduce to you, and you see him pause for just a second, the concerned citizens. The gate where you are opens up, and you see in front of you an arena and a large, monstrous chimera. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ooh, spicy.
I would have cast Mage Armor as soon as we
Nice.
walked into the arena, by the way. Or like into the building.
For sure.
Nice.
Are we to understand from that display that Helena won the council seat?
It has not been introduced yet. Helena is just there as entourage to Vincent.
Oh, okay. So the vote happened, but the tally hasn't been
The vote happened, but it probably has, but it just hasn't been
They've
announced,
not announced
yet.
it. Interesting.
Why am I so invested in who I voted for? I voted for Reyna.
Go ahead and put your tokens on the map, and I will give a turn order.
Which side are we across?
He
Yeah.
is
Oh my God,
over
it's so
here.
small.
I gotta make him bigger, but he's over there. And stream, you'll see this.
I'm
in
just
a
gonna look
second,
at all
don't
of
worry.
you just in case. I'm looking at our portraits. Oh, you're all so cute. I hope that we make it through. You're all so pretty. Oliver, your hair is amazing. Danny, the freckles. Love it. All right. Love you all. Goodbye.
We got this, y'all.
Yeah,
We'll be
it's just one creature.
fine. This is nothing.
And it's stacked. Like the thing is stacked.
It's pinned
so-
down. Yeah.
It's hurt, probably.
I'm trying to put my token out, but it is not working.
Are you grabbing
Remember to
your
drag from the
handout or
word.
your token?
My player token, and it's just highlighting.
Are you grabbing
From the name, not the picture. Because I always try to grab the picture, and that's not right.
There you go.
It's fine. I know how to work.
All right, go ahead and add your
I had a
turn
poop
orders.
roll.
Oh,
Hell yeah, Oliver.
I have advantage on initiative
Oh, do you really? Nice.
with
Nice.
my shield.
Oh
Okay,
man,
cool.
I'm scared. All right.
Hey,
Here we
good
go.
initiatives. We rolled really
Oh
well.
my god, the Chimera rolled a natural one.
Yes!
Yes.
He's
Hey,
so
it's
far away,
okay.
though.
We're gonna do.
At the top of the turn order, you guys come out, the fans start screaming. You hear people chanting for you already. At the top of the turn order, we've got Emory. What do you do?
I didn't want this.
Too bad.
I will, knowing that we are doing this, I would have packed my short bow. So I will step forward very confidently, kind of like playing to the crowd and like waving.
Okay.
And I'll just like
Danny, you're
take
on
it
deck.
like into the short bow and just go ahead and notch an arrow and zing it at the.
All right, what is the
chimera.
range on your short bow? Because you're 65 feet away currently.
80.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And then it is a d6 plus 4, and I don't get anything to this because of it's not sneak attack or.
You got a +1 to the attack, but no, you don't get anything else.
Well, don't
Oh.
assassins get sneak if it's a creature hasn't taken its turn yet?
Oh
Isn't
yeah.
that their thing?
Yeah. Once per turn.
That's your like assassinate feature, right?
Yeah, if I go to. Thank you. Yes, I thought that. Let me read it.
Because Astarion is an assassin in my Baldur's Gate 3 run, and that's how I feel like I know
I
that.
have advantage on attack rolls for any creature that has not taken a turn in combat yet, and
And if you get advantage,
any
yep.
hit I score against the creature that is surprised is a critical hit. But this is
And
not
if you have
sneak.
advantage, you have sneak attack. So, what
Yeah.
that means is you
So I
roll.
sneak
What's
attack.
your sneak attack right now? 3d6?
2 still.
2. Okay, so and your short bow is a D6.
Yeah, so
And
just 3d6.
And what's the plus? Well, wait, hold on. What's the plus to your short bow?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. So 10 plus 12 is 22. So that's the crit right there.
It's not a crit.
It's
Yeah,
not a crit.
Only if it's surprised.
It's only a crit if it's surprised.
Oh, I thought it was.
Well, did you make the
Okay.
attack with advantage? Because you might crit.
I did not.
Okay.
So
well, you
it would
still
just
get
be
your sneak attack,
3d6 plus 4.
though. Yeah.
Oh, I need another. Oh no, I put away all my dice for moving. So that is.
It doesn't say that any hit scored.
No, it just says
Only surprised.
Oh.
Yeah.
maybe later.
It's just an auto crit if they're surprised.
20 points of piercing damage.
All right, nice. I mean, that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
You shoot the short bow, and it flies across, and it lands right in between the dragon's neck and the lion's neck, and it roars in pain as blood immediately starts to pour out of the wound.
I will, like, as that happens, I'll once again, like, take my short bow and just, like, into the
Oh my
crowd.
god!
People are like, yeah, yeah.
And then I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 just over here.
All right,
As I'm,
easily
like,
done.
doing it.
That's the end of your turn. Danny, you are up. Oliver, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. By the way, can we get Muzak?
Yeah, me and the
Yeah, I
streamer
can
here.
either.
Damn. Dankeschön. That was what, 35 I said?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then I'm going to go 40, so I'm within 20 feet range, and I'm going to send a dart at him.
Okay,
So that's going to be a 21.
that'll hit.
Cool. Of course. That's just going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you throw the dart, it hits it in its side. It kind of like roars in pain, but yeah, it's just a small amount.
yeah, and then I'm just going to move another 5 feet back. And I'm going to spend a key point to do patient defense.
Okay. That's the end of your turn, Danny. Oliver,
That
you're
is.
up. Rowina, you're on deck.
I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 right there. Just gonna look at the Chimera. In common, doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell him, like, you deserve a better death than this. But I'm gonna cast blindness on it.
Oh man, what saving throws that?
Wisdom, DC
That's-
14.
It's a 5 on the die. There's no way.
Ooh, it is blind. Oh, it's Constitution.
Oh,
If that matters.
yeah, no, still nothing.
Okay.
Well, not nothing.
So
Not
it is
even-
blinded.
Okay, you see, let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, you blind, you see that the heads, all 6 of their eyes kind of like glaze over, and they just start like, they're like, immediately they're like on their haunches, like worried about what's going on.
They get to remake the saving throw at the end of their turn.
Okay,
But they
great.
can still do whatever.
Alright,
And
anything for your
then
bonus action?
No, that's I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, Rena, you're up. Aeliana, you're on deck.
I'm gonna cast suggestion. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
I am just gonna stay where I am and throw a 2nd level chromatic orb of lightning. Oh, do I get advantage because it's blind?
No.
Okay, so 12 to hit.
12 is gonna miss.
I used
So
to
the
second level
bolt,
spell.
the bolt, like it actually, like it heads up towards the audience, and then like right before it gets to the audience, it like what?
She would get advantage.
Because it's
Attack
blind?
rolls against a creature have advantage. If you're
Melee
blinded.
attack rolls or just attack rolls?
Just as attack rolls.
Okay, great. Roll
According
for
to what I'm
Nice.
reading.
advantage.
I rolled worse.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no!
As the chromatic orb like gets close
Good
to the
try.
audience, you see like a field dissipate it, and the people who were like
Cool.
right there kind of like jump back, but then go, oh yeah, like get really into it. All right, that's the end of your turn.
Splash zone.
Yeah.
All right, Aeliana.
Okay, so given my dream last night, she's like shaking a little bit, but knows that this is how it's gonna have to go because she's very far away. So she is also gonna move here to start probably 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, trying to spread out a bit. And then we'll cast Cloud of Daggers
Ooh.
over it here on this middle, so that even if it moves like a little bit,
Okay, yeah.
it should stay in there. So that's
sure.
4d4 as the inky nonsense. Ah! 6, 10, damn. Oh my god, 14, 15, 16. Wait. 14.
14.
Damage.
All right, yeah. So,
Um,
anything else that you do on your turn?
She will also then cast, she'll toss a bardic inspiration towards, who's closest? Towards Oliver.
Okay.
And just yell like, be careful! It's a d6.
Give me a thumbs up.
Okay. And that's it.
Cool.
All right, you cast that bardic. You see the knives formed out of this inky blackness, just swirling around the creature, slicing it here and there. It roars in pain, and it's blind, so it's just going to back up and away and like skirt back, and it is going to take its action to dodge, and at the end of its turn, I need everybody to roll initiative again.
What?
Interesting.
Why?
Oh.
That's not okay.
Oh, not good.
Should we put it back in there in
Nope,
the turn
you
order
can tell
again?
me.
Okay, 14.
It's a separate initiative.
14,
Yes.
Oliver.
13.
Danny.
17.
Rowina.
10.
Emory.
What was it? We didn't hear you.
You're muted.
You muted?
Emory.
9.
9. All right. Emory, on your
Okay.
turn, what does Emory do as this chimera is backing up and hurt? But it is a dangerous creature, roaring, clearly intent on harming you. I want you to describe to me in this moment how Emory attacks this creature and what he does.
What is going on?
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying something new with this. We're moving into narrative
I'm so-
combat.
Ooh, narrative combat. Ooh.
I
For this
think,
situation specifically.
I think in this moment, just with the fact that my first hit was so direct and so high in damage, and the cheers from the crowd, and I'm like playing the crowd.
Yeah.
I think Emory is like very focused on just continuing the show. Doesn't really see the chimera as something that is.
I mean, it's an evil creature. Like chimeras are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and like everything in every hero book I've ever read, I think Emory would, just for the show, like take a really long draw of his a short bow, kind of like look at the crowd like, yeah, and then not let loose another arrow.
All right. Where does it land? Where does it hit him? Describe what happens. Describe your turn.
Am I not rolling?
No.
I hit it?
Uh huh. If you had your druthers, what does Emory do in this moment?
Yeah, I love
I think that it would probably just hit maybe in the exact same spot then that the second one hit, just to also show that I have like prowess with.
It embeds itself right in that next to that arrow. The wound just opening more, blood beginning to still pour out.
Yeah, I would just keep celebrating.
All right, Rowina, how do you come up? How do you attack this creature? What do you do in this epic moment for the crowd?
Yeah, I think I would move sort of over here, like same distance away, but just for the sake of like getting a better shot. And I would take a deep breath to aim a little bit better, and the shadows would come out of my hands and form that crackling shadow lightning, and go like straight toward, what's the one in the middle, the lion's head?
Yeah.
Just straight toward the lion's head with the intention of trying to hit it right between the eyes.
All right. I mean, you tell me if it hits it right between the eyes.
It does.
Okay. And the lion just like roars in pain as you see this black lightning dissipate over the creature. It runs forward, like going right at you, Oliver and Danny. You guys dodge out of the way last second. It like skids on the ground, turning back to look at you. It's like swishes its tail at Oliver, making him having to duck last second. Oliver, what do you do? Describe your turn.
Eric's brain is broken right now. What's going on?
This
Yes,
fight was made for you to win, and I'm allowing you to narratively describe what you do in this fight.
Okay. I don't trust you, but I'll go.
Trust you.
I would. It's right on. So I will just cast Booming Blade and go to attack. Just try to hit one of his heads in the chin.
Yeah.
Cool.
You hit one of its heads in the chin. Which head do you hit?
Yep.
Come on.
We'll go with the line 'cause it's in the middle.
Yeah, it comes roaring at you. You hit it in the chin. The chimera literally like lifts up on its hind legs with that blow, roaring in the air. The dragon releasing a plume of fire as it does, lands back. Everybody screams. You see like some people like flexing, like just like living off of what you just did. That's the end of your turn. Aeliana, describe your turn.
I think I'm gonna take this a little bit differently, and she, having cast, I think she's really scared still, and there's kind of this overwhelming feeling of discomfort, and she chooses to use her turn to cast Fairy Fire on the Chimera to enhance the ability of all of her friends to finish the job. So she will kind of wield her paintbrush, and the kind of inky black light starts to swirl and grow around the edges of the Chimera as like just silent tears streak down her cheeks, and she's just trying to like not look at the crowd, not think about the crowd. It's all a little overwhelming at this point.
Totally. It begins to glow with this inky black light, and
So everyone gets advantage on their attacks.
the crowd
It's easier to hit.
roars in appreciation, and you see actually some people like ooh and ah, specifically at how this like magic looks, and Danny, please describe how, with the help of your friends and their attacks, you slay this creature.
Oh man. Okay.
As the person who got the highest initiative.
Oh.
We went in reverse order.
I didn't even realize that's what's happening. I'll speed skate on over to the ram's head side, and then I'll like punch it once in the eye to disorient it, and then I'm gonna like use that momentum to like shove its head so that the ram's horn goes into the lion's head.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah, you shove it so that it goes into the lion's head. The lion's head like roars in pain, and the jaw kind of goes slack. And the dragon head turns towards you, and you see the inside of the throat of the dragon get red hot with flame as it's looking right at you with its gaping maw. And then
I'm gonna reach in, grab the dragon's tongue, and yank it out.
you reach in, you grab the dragon's tongue, you yank it out. The flame glow that you see from the inside starts to die down, and the creature stumbles a little bit, falls, and lands on the ground. There's a moment of silence, and then like the entire crowd goes crazy. Everybody starts freaking out. And you realize just how much this really was like set in your favor. This was not an actual like combat. This was not an actual battle. You may have your feelings on that one way or another. But clearly this was all for spectacle, and this was all for just putting on a show. The crowd goes wild. The king stands up and claps, and so does the prince. You see some council members stand up. Vincent and the Baron are like talking to each other. You do not see Councilwoman Wildra or Councilman Trost. And the king says, he speaks out loud, "Well done, concerned citizens. Your prowess in this battle has been nothing but exemplary, and a testament to all of us what the power of good and adventure can do. They truly represent what we honor here in the Sabian dynasty." People are like, yeah, concerned citizens. And the king kind of like puts out his hands, and he says, "We cannot thank you enough for showing this display of bravery. For working together is truly a thing that allows the impossible to be possible." And the gate opens up, and you see Councilman Trost and Councilwoman Stone walk out, and they have some people with them, some soldiers, who are dragging 4 people out with them. The 2 that had attacked Wildra Stone, and the 2 Scarlet Cloaks that you captured days ago, including Violet. The king kind of like tilts his head, and you see Vincent Sealdor like stand up and is like looking in that direction. The king looks confused at what is happening, and you see that Councilwoman Stone looks at all of you as she approaches, and she says, "Well done. You did your job, and you have been for days. Now let us do ours." And she is wearing an amulet that begins to glow, and she looks around. "People of Darioch, and your Royal Highness, Councilman Trost, myself, and the concerned citizens are here to tell you of atrocities that have been committed. Horrific acts that have done nothing but harm the people of Darioch and put to shame everything that the Sabian dynasty holds dear." The king kind of is definitely surprised at this point. The Baron is sweating. You see Aeliana Liana, Vincent, they're all standing now. There's confusion, and Councilwoman Wilderstone continues. These four here, as well as other evidence that we have culminated and will present, show that Baron Lucard has been working with the Sealdors to bring corruption, death, and evil to the city of Darioch. Gasps. Everybody gasps. People are freaking out. Immediately the king is like on edge and like looking at the Baron. We have evidence, Your Highness, and have only felt safe to bring this evidence to you in this manner because the Baron and his corruption grows deep into the nest of this city. And we wanted the people of Darioch to know and be aware of what your so-called leader was doing. The councilmen and women who are like on Baron's side start to leave. The king's like looking around at this point. Councilwoman Wilderstone, she says, she points to the two that attacked her. These two men were sent to attack me by order of Baron Lucard. He sent his gold hoods to murder a council member. More gasps.
No.
The gold hood, whose jaw was broken and reset, speaks up. She is right. More gasps. The king looks at the Baron now. The Baron gets up and starts to leave. And the king snaps his finger, and immediately Sabian Dynasty guards are surrounding the Baron. The Sealdors are like looking around at what to do. The king speaks at this moment, and he says, Councilwoman Stone, Councilman Trost, if what you say is true, I appreciate you bring this information to us. But for now, this is the Tournament of Redemption. These people will hear from me on the acts of their Baron, and I will cast judgment upon hearing the evidence you provide and the testimony of the Baron himself. But we will not do that out here in the open. He looks and he says, the Sealdors and the Baron will be taken into custody until further information can be garnered. Just like complete uproar. The Sealdors are like, no, you cannot do this. The Baron is just like the Baron almost like faints. And the king says, it is with a heavy heart that I make this order. Councilwoman Wilderstone, Councilman Trost, your careers and your fate in the city of Darioch is on your word now, as it is for you, concerned citizens. But if what you say be true, we will be in your debt. People of Darioch, I ask you to remain calm. The tournament will commence shortly. Stone, Trost, take these men back inside. Concerned citizens, council members, I will meet you. And he kind of like gestures, and like immediately some like whoever's like running the arena sends some like literally like if you've ever been to a rodeo, like some like clowns come out and start like doing stuff. Like immediately they're like trying to distract people. Vincent Sealdor is looking panicked. He shakes his head and he looks over at Vox and he nods his head And Vox kind of stretches. And Vox comes sprinting down the staircase of the arena, jumps, and lands in the sand right in front of all of you. Let's roll initiative.
That's where I knew it.
Yeah, I
was
knew
like,
it.
that was.
I was right. I posted. I was like, I think this is in the video game when you're fighting a boss, and then that boss fight gets killed by a bigger boss, and you got to
God
fight the
damn
bigger
it.
boss.
Wait, we can't just keep our old initiative.
Not good.
No, mine's better now.
Mine's even better. Mine's even better.
Mine keep on getting lower and lower each time I roll.
Fixed it. I put my new one.
I rolled a nat 20.
Baby.
Give
I
me
rolled a
just
natural
second
8.
here.
I
Hey,
imagine
that is very natural.
I imagine that the Wildra and Trost both had the little things on their neck to like emphasize them, but then the guy didn't have one, so it was like.
Zach, there's no chance we could start this fight fresh with our stuff back.
No.
Wait, our stuff?
What stuff?
If we used one of
Oh.
us used a
I
key
thought you meant
point.
like weapons. I was like, don't we have?
No, I can't get
I
that key
see,
point
yeah.
back, can I?
No.
I have used
Guys,
2 of
we're-
my 3 second level spells, so.
We're one level higher than we were last time we fought Vox, so.
That's
We
true.
got Wildra, or what are Wildra and Trusty?
Yeah, there you go. I'm putting.
Protect
Yeah, we
them.
won't be alone.
We have to protect
If
they
their
get
voices are
killed-
amplified, do they just hear like, oh
if
shit,
they
oh
get
my God,
killed,
this
that
is
we
like-
cannot let them get killed. We
I
have
can't
to.
even
Yeah.
reach him.
Are we grouped together now, or are we at the same place we were?
We're in
Why
the
would
Yeah,
Vox-
you would be grouped in the middle.
What if they told him not to do it? What if the Sildors were like, just don't?
Zach, is there any way we could make the grid a little the grid lines a little darker? It's just, in the center. It's a little hard to make out with the.
Yeah, just give me
Squares.
just a second.
No, you're fine. Sorry.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank
oh
you.
boy. Okay, now I'm nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do have the council members, but they are currently focused on rushing in the like hands tied behind their back.
Good. Yeah, they need to protect
Um,
the witnesses.
But at the top of the turn order, we have Danny. Danny, you are up. What do you do?
Fuck. Some trauma about the last time that I went in
That's triggered.
and hit this guy.
We're one level higher. Let's go. We got
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do it. We can do it.
Emory, you're on deck.
Yes. This is literally what I did last time I fought this guy, though.
I just don't.
Why do I
have a
have 3
lot
damage?
of-
Five.
Because you fell on
Coming
the
from the
windowsill.
glass.
That was
That
like
was
3
days
days ago.
ago.
Yeah, you can get rid of it, but that's what it's from.
Okay.
20, 25,
Glass
30,
blast damage.
35.
My back is fine.
I'll take an action to try and hit him.
All right, roll for attack.
You got it, Danny!
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, it's just What do I do? Someone.
What is it?
It's a natural 20. Hi,
Hey.
I'm gonna hold up this
Just
is
don't waste our time. Just roll.
Jesus, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's
Don't waste our. Wow.
4 plus. Oh no, yes, a 4 plus a 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bludgeoning, which is literally I think the amount that I did to him last time this all happened.
Okay, 11 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
You punch him across the face. He looks at you, kind of tilts his head, but he's still standing there. What do you do?
Patient defense.
All right, bonus action, patient defense. You get into your fight stance. Emory, you're up. Aeliana, you're on deck.
Okay. I still have my short bow
bit.
out.
Short the bit.
Oh, I'm 30 feet away from him though. I'm gonna come and help.
But just so you know, with a rogue, you could take your short bow shot and still get sneak attack because an ally's within 5 feet. Just saying.
Well,
but-
I could get sneak attack anyway because he hasn't taken a turn yet.
Yeah, true.
But I'm
I was
going
just
to
saying
do
you don't
that.
have to run up to him if you don't want to.
I do want to though.
Okay,
'cause
so-
I didn't get to play.
You have advantage for flanking. You have advantage for being an assassin and he hasn't gone yet.
So it's +1.
So it's a +1. And what else do you have advantage? There was 3 reasons you had advantage. Wasn't there?
No.
No, just 2 reasons?
Flanking and
I mean
assassin.
that he hasn't gone yet.
Flanking and I know. So flanking and assassin. So yeah, regular attack +1. At advantage.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh my
So that is so you're using your dagger?
My rapier, actually.
Your rapier. So that's 8 plus 4,
yeah.
which is 12 plus 12 is 24 right away. And
24.
then roll another d8 and 2d6.
Another d8, 2d6. And I just want to let you know narratively that because of the amount of hero books that that Emory has read, I want to let everybody know that I did shower and fix my hair today, so I look really good while I was
I love that.
6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So what'd you say, 20 plus 17?
Yeah,
so
I already got
37.
it.
24 plus 17.
Yeah, 24. Yeah,
24
I
plus
got it.
17. So.
Yeah, so you run past. He's too focused on Danny, who just punched him. You take out your rapier and you just stab him through the back, and it comes out of his front. It's on his side, so it's not through any like major organs. But he like looks down and like screams in pain that you have not seen him emote from. And he looks down and he looks back up wide-eyed and angry. Bonus action.
I am going to not use bonus action disengage. I'm going to stay there so that Danny can eventually get a advantage if that gets to it.
Appreciate it.
All right, perfect. Aeliana,
If I make it that far.
Yeah, if I make it.
If only enhance ability. I just don't have that many helpful. Okay. I gotta run up there. I gotta run up there and stab him. I'm gonna die, y'all, but this is all I can do.
Roll for attack.
That is a 13.
13 is going to miss.
Fuck!
So you run up. You're a little scared of the last time that you faced this guy.
Very scared.
So you go to hit your rapier. This time he's definitely a little bit on edge. He's able to back up last second as you miss across his abdomen.
Okay.
Anything for your bonus action?
Yes. I am going to. Have I used 2 bardics or 1 bardic? I think I've only used 1 bardic. Who did I give that to last time? That was
Me.
Younglove. Okay. This time I'm gonna give to Danny since he'll be up first after me.
Thank you.
I give a fearful look and a finger gun. And then that is the end of my turn, unfortunately.
All right, that's the end of Aeliana's turn. It is now Vox's turn,
Oh.
who is going to go into a rage as a bonus action.
Oh, good God.
Course.
heaven.
At least we got that in before he raged.
Yeah.
And then he is going to he's gonna look like you're kind of like waiting for him, and she just missed the attack on him, and Emory just caused a bunch of damage. So he's gonna look at Emory and he's gonna swing his war club 3 times at you.
At me?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 times.
You'll miss.
One's a nat 20, one's an 18, one's a 17.
Can I parry
I
the
can
nat 20?
reaction.
Yes,
oh yeah,
you
you
can.
can. Go ahead. No, do you want parry first? Go for it.
Ah!
So the parry,
Yeah. It'll just reduce the damage by my superiority die +4.
go ahead and roll what that is. Oh, double 7s.
10.
So with the 10 taken away, you take 27 points of bludgeoning damage on that one attack.
And that was on all 3?
That was the one.
That was the crit.
Okay, bye you guys.
Are you unconscious?
I'm not unconscious yet.
All right, the next one does 15
Wait,
points
no.
of bludgeoning damage.
Does it hit though? Hold on, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. I rolled all 3 and they hit.
Oh.
Why? What's up?
Because I can do, for one of the attacks, I can use my reaction to an outcome to have them to have him minus a d6 from his roll to attack.
Yeah.
Would that
I mean,
help
one of them
any of
was a
them?
17. That was the youngest one. Or
Youngest
the
one. Let's
youngest.
do that one, because if it's a 6, it could be an 11
5.
and miss.
5. So that's 12. That's not going
12?
to hit you, Emory, right?
No.
Okay, so
Okay.
you just take 15 more points of blood.
She would reach out. Let's see, because it would be share feelings of dismay and pain with an enemy. So she'll hiss something at him, unsettling, I guess. I don't know.
Real spooky.
You're not as big as you think you are.
He hears that and he turns and looks at you and misses that third attack. But he did hit you with 15 more points. Are you still standing?
No.
Okay, so
No, it wasn't even worth it.
that second one.
Well,
Well, it
it
was
helped
because
because-
he would have gotten 2 failed death saving throws immediately.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, good.
So
Cool,
he
yeah,
does clock Emory across the head. Emory falls unconscious. But that's the end of Vox's turn. Rowena, you are up. Oliver, you're on deck.
Holy fucking shit.
Okay, I'm gonna just move like here ish just to get a better shot
Yeah.
between Danny and Aeliana there. And I am going to cast a first level chromatic orb of lightning at him.
Okay. Roll for attack.
22.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
10, 11, 12 points of lightning damage.
Okay, hold on just a second.
It's fine.
Good answer. Good answer.
12, you
Good
said?
answer. Good answer.
Yes.
Yeah, it hits him. He kind of as if he got tased in the back. He.
And then I'm going to immediately after quicken spell to cast Firebolt, which again is like a kind of black necrotic looking fire right at him.
Roll for
And
attack.
get a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
Oh yeah.
3 points of fire damage.
All right. 3 points of fire damage. Okay. Yeah, hits him, causes a scorch mark on his back. That is going to be the end of your turn. Oliver, you are up. Danny, you're on deck.
Seeing that Emory is down and I have chosen to play a cleric, I will heal Emory as a bonus action.
Aww.
Healing word you get.
What do you say to Emory?
Yeah.
I think Oliver seeing Emory get knocked down and just say Emory, no, and reach out and hand.
Yeah, as you do that, Emory, you're falling unconscious and you feel the darkness take you of unconscious. And if we were watching the movie, we would see the screen go black, and then in the distance, very quietly, you hear, Emory, no. It gets louder and louder, and you wake up
That's
as the
cool.
magic hits
That's
you.
really cool.
You get max healing, so I rolled a 4, so you get 8 points of healing.
Nice.
Not too bad.
Nice.
Shabby.
That was just your bonus action, so action movement.
Bonus actions. I will run up right here. And then cantrip booming blade, which is just an attack.
Okay, now that Emory is awake, that is 4 or more people, so you'll have advantage.
Sick.
This only
It's
happens
gonna
on
be
creatures that are of your same size, by the way. Just saying.
18.
That's fine. I get it. It's okay.
15, you said?
18 to hit.
Oh, 18 hits.
Oh, 18 hits.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. 16?
6.
6. Okay.
16, yeah. That's what
Yeah, you hit him. You see a tooth go flying as you
Hell
clobber him
yeah,
with the hammer.
idiot.
He's looking hurt.
So nice to see you again, Vox.
He kind of looks at you just in fear, basically, almost. Actually, wait, no, I forgot to have that. I don't need to have Marina's, but that needs to be halved. So he gets 3 back. All right. Perfect.
He actually gets pushed back 5 feet
Okay.
with my crusher.
Oh
feat.
no, I already used a reaction. I was
No.
like, I could use an opportunity.
And
but
we
no, I'm
don't
kidding.
get
It's
You don't
force-
get
it's
out-
force
yeah,
movement.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
get
it's
I
opportunity.
know. I couldn't do it anyways.
All right, that's the end of Oliver's turn. Danny, you're up.
Damn, I was.
I know you just lost your advantage.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Well, okay, no, you still do. Sorry. Yeah, Bardic though.
Are you hearing the music?
Actually, I could move
Yeah,
him
yes.
anyway. No. Yeah, I can move him.
I will say it's your ability.
Move
I'll
in between,
say,
yeah.
Well, it's also your
Yeah, I can
ability.
move him-
will
I
say
can
you
move him
choose
5
not
feet.
to move him.
No, I want to move him away from Emory.
Okay, so right
And
there.
then move him right here.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
That work. Okay, thanks. So yeah, I'll make my first attack with advantage.
Yerp. You'll make all your attacks with advantage.
Well, yes, I will do that. Thank you. So that's 17 on the first.
17 just hits.
Okay. That's going to be 8 bludgeoning. This is also magical. I don't know if that does anything because of my wraps.
Oh, that's true. I was like, that doesn't happen until later levels, but yeah, the magic wraps does help, I think. No, it's not against magic, it's just bludgeoning in general.
Okay.
So it will be half. So that's 4 total.
Cool. And then I'm going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Yerp.
Look at us, we're like in formation.
I know.
Top.
Emory on deck.
That is a 17.
17 hits.
Ooh, okay. So that's 9 bludgeoning.
Half to 4.
And then I'm actually not going to take the second attack. I'm going to move 5 feet here. And then considering I'm thinking about the note that I got yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to reach down and I'm going to grab Emory's hand, pull them up, and cast use Hand of Healing.
Aw.
Bro.
So that is
Bro.
you're gonna get.
Bro.
Hey, that's max. You're gonna get 9 additional points back.
So Danny kind of comes over, and as he grabs you, Emory, you feel like from Danny's presence, this like blast of wind kind of hit your face, and your hair even moves back a little bit as you like take in a deep breath, feeling the healing magic hit you.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
All right, that's the end of Danny's turn. Emory, you're up. Aeliana, you're on deck.
How hurt does Vox look?
I mean, hurt, especially compared to where you've seen him before. Just bleeding
1,
from multiple
2,
places.
3. I'm gonna
Nice.
do a little switcheroo here with. I'm just gonna come back around and just slice him across the back
Do it.
at advantage.
I dare you.
Okay. Oh thank goodness. Oh! That is not a nat 20, but it is a 25.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And I get sneak attack because I have advantage.
Correct.
I love sneak attack. That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Halved to 6.
Halved to 6.
So you stab him, but you feel like the rage that is going through him is like tightened up his muscles, and you're not able to like get as deep with your rapier.
Yeah.
Anything for your bonus action?
Bonus action. Bonus action. This guy needs to go. So I will have the rapier in one hand, and then because I have cannon ambidexterity, I'm gonna take out the hooked dagger.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 2-weapon.
Yeah. Roll for your second
That
attack.
is a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And that's only a little d4, and it doesn't get the modifier, right?
It does
That's the
not.
rule. So it's just an additional widow 1 point.
1 point of damage. All right.
Yeah.
One widow point.
1 widow point.
He's like looking. It looks like he's like looking for maybe a chance to run.
Can I
he's
say
looking
that for flavor, the hooked dagger I did towards like the little 1 point, I just like nicked his like Achilles or like his calf or something.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. All right, Aeliana, you are up.
All right. With her friends all here, she feels a little bit more bold, and I think that she will look at him and she'll go, "You said last time we met that you were teaching us a lesson. Not a very good teacher." That's an 18.
That hits.
I want to give it
What are you
inspiration for
casting?
that.
I'm rapier hitting. That's
Rapier,
an
okay,
8
yeah.
plus. That's very good. That's very good. plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11.
All right, 11 halved to 5.
Damn,
He's
it sucks
looking.
when you...
He's looking
Shit.
hurt, but he's still standing.
That's all I have.
He gets stabbed. He knows he's gonna get opportunity attacks if you guys. Well, actually, he'll use his action to disengage, and then he's going to 5, 10, 15.
He
we
takes
get
2d8 of thunder damage from
25.
Booming Blade.
30. Oh, really?
Yep, if they willingly move before the end of my next turn, they take 2d8
Nice.
of thunder damage. 8 points.
8 points. He like.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 1d8. Next level, I get 2d8.
Okay.
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
He like gets hit as he's like it happens. It like pushes him forward. He kind of falls on his knees. He's looking incredibly panicked now. He starts sprinting to get up. He gets 30 feet away, but that's the end of his turn.
We
Rowina.
don't get opportunity because of rage.
He's chosen to
Disengage.
use his action to disengage, which is.
Oh, dang it, because I rolled a nat 20.
I think we have enough evidence without him being alive. This is what I'm trying to figure out here.
We look around and we're like, hey.
Basically, like,
Hold on,
as he basically passes me, I'm going to throw out another chromatic orb of lightning, but like right in front of him as he's running, so that he runs right into it and it stops him in his tracks.
Okay, roll for attack.
Oh no. 10.
10 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. How do I use my last? Yeah, I'm gonna quicken spell. I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna cast Poison Spray because he's 10 feet away.
Okay. What's that saving throw for him?
It's a con save.
He gets a 13.
That fails. DC 14.
What's the damage on this?
A D12
Okay.
necrotic, and I rolled an 11.
He had 9 hit points left.
Nice.
You see that as he's running away, sprinting away, trying to get away from these people who he so easily handled last time, he sprints. And Rowina, what is the one word that you say to him as he's running away? One word.
One word. I think I would just say enough.
You say enough, and as you say that, you see this black cloud of smoke erupt from Rowina's mouth and envelop Vox as he slowly starts to stumble. And he like can't escape from the smoke, and he collapses to the ground.
Was that non-lethal damage or was that lethal damage?
I
was
mean,
lethal
that's
damage.
it's non-lethal damage only matters if you would like actually like straight up kill the person. He does need
Yeah.
to still roll death saving throws, so like he's dying, but he's not outright
Fuck
killed.
him.
I'm still counting that as Rowina got a how do you want to do this?
Oh, yeah.
The crowd is like silent, and then a few people start to yeah. More chants like start yelling, and you like see that everybody's like applauding you for what just happened. You look up, you see that the king is there, kind of like looking down stoically at everything that just happened. The Baron has been captured. Vincent has been captured. Helena has been captured. In the distraction, Leanna is nowhere to be seen. But the king looks down on all of you again. Once again, it seems that Dariok owes much gratitude to some concerned citizens. And the crowd roars again. And that is where we are going to end today's session. We will
Such
pick
a good
up.
group name.
we will.
It's so good.
We will pick up with the aftermath and the conversation with the king himself in next week's session.
Oh my God.
So thank you all so much for joining us. Culmination, It's the episode title, and this was definitely
Yeah.
culmination.
Yeah.
This was definitely the culmination of 7 episodes, or to 8 technically. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Very excited to see how the story is going to continue, and I hope you are too. So I love my players, the best players a GM can ask for. I do say it every time, but guess what? I also mean it every time. And everybody say bye!
Bye.
Goodbye.